Okay, good afternoon and back. Welcome back to Citizen AY. I hope this is clearer now. I do apologize for the break in transmission. Here's part two. We're going to continue with the part two. I'm hoping that this would be a lot more stable now. I just had to go and check the system. I don't know what happened. So there's part two that we're doing now. I'm hoping it works. So here's part two. I'm hoping it works. So 1 second, please. Not that one, sorry. No, there we are. So part two should be what you should be seeing me now on part two. So for some reason, this thing just decided to just be very difficult just now. So, and I don't know, but I'm trying to connect it to make sure it's stable. So let's have a look. I'm hopeful. Okay, let's look at it now. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go and do the same thing again. So I'm hoping it works now. Good afternoon and welcome back. I hope it's okay. I'm testing everything. I don't want any echoes. That's why I'm trying to check. Because there were some echoes in the back. Let's go and check before I go ahead. I hope there's no echoes in the background, because that's what I can hear some echoes in the background, and that's really disconcerting. So welcome back. I hope it's okay now. I hope it's stable. We're trying to just iron out this problem. There was an echo behind what we're doing, and okay, yeah, it looks like it's stable now. I don't know what happened, but it looks like there was a problem. Now, like I said, may one Nigeria never happen to you and me. Maybe never happen to us. And to really make sure that all of these things are well understood. You've heard the video that we played yesterday of the man that was the Hausa man that was talking about the Fulanis and the fact that they've invaded his community and they are destroying his community. They're chasing them away, and he's asking that if for indigenous people to stand up. And it tallies to what the D.Y. Dajima was saying about the collude. You know, we've showed that video. Let me see if I can remind you this video. This young lady now, Nigeria has happened to her. Sadly, Nigeria has happened to her. And it is such a shame that things like this are going on, and we are not being, really, really cognizant of it. And that is why we are bringing broadcasts like this. Of course, as you're watching, please do share this broadcast. Let's see. I want to try and bring you that broadcast where we talked about about the Adanjuma, Tiwa Danjuma, where he talked about collusion. They collude, and I want to just bring that to your attention, because those are things that we far too often have ignored, and we have to be aware. Let me see. I may not have it to hand. I thought I did, but I may not. 1 second, please. Okay, so let me see. Have I got it there? But I will, if I don't show it now, I will come back to it and I will show it again. So let me see if I can go T.Y. Danjuma. 1 second. Let me just go here. That's not one. So that, like I said, one Nigeria is happening far too often to too many people. Too many people are being killed and oppressed and suppressed in our own land. Indigenous people, in particular, indigenous people, and we have to really speak up about this. This is the unfairness of the situation, and unless the only people that can make the change is you and I. The only people that can make the change is you and I. You saw the video of the army man praying, which I posted yesterday. He was praying because his platoon left him alone, and he was in the forest, and he was praying. In fact, you know what? Let me do something. I'll do it to you now. I'll show you now. 1 second. Let me just show you quickly. So I want you to see that as we're speaking. This is all part of, one Nigeria. I hope is
for the Lord. I'm trying to save my life. I'm only the one in the bush. The remaining soldiers have run, leave me. God help me.
You see?
God protect my life. I've suffered a lot. I'm trying to save my life. I'm only the one in the bush. The remaining soldiers have run, leave me. God help me.
Can you hear?
God protect my life.
You see? That is one Nigeria. I hope it doesn't happen to him. Hope one Nigeria doesn't happen to him.
I'm only the one in the
bush. This is what we are
saying.
Soldiers
have run, leave me.
You see?
God help me. God protect my life.
So
suffered a lot.
So I just wanted to just bring that to your attention. Now, let's go back to the lady again. This is a lady whom this young lady in the picture. She's apparently a lawyer. I'm not quite sure the extent and everything, but it seems as though she may have been a lawyer, but I'm not too sure. But I know that she got killed. Let's have a look. Let's read her words again to show you. A 29-year-old lawyer identified as Farida Sule Mohammed was among a 29-year-old lawyer. She's a lawyer. She was among those killed in front of in the terrorist attack on Friday. I mean, few days ago. On the train along Abuja Kaduna route on Monday, 28th of March. The deceased, said to be the daughter of the National Organizing Secretary of the People's Liberation Party, Malam Sule Mohammed, was confirmed dead by her brother earlier on Twitter. A friend, Zaida Barau, described late Farida as a good person with a good heart. We lost Farida on yesterday in the Kaduna Abuja train track. I believe she's in a better place now. She was a very good person with a good heart. Halenki Nagari Yabiki Farida Alaka Isa Mana. The blood of the innocent will never go in vain. Please pray for my friend, she wrote. Now, the reason I'm bringing this to us is I keep saying it. And this caption is now, May One Nigeria Never Happen to You, Part 2. So please do share the broadcast. Do share it. Let's continue to raise the level of awareness. And again, please, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please go ahead and do so. We really appreciate your support and in this in what we're doing here. And we're trying to raise the level of awareness about the injustices going on. And we need your support. We need your help in doing that. One Nigeria is definitely it's a killing machine. One Nigeria is a killing machine, because you can see every time One Nigeria happens to anybody, it results in most cases in loss of lives of people. And as I showed you in the video earlier on, I showed you the video where a family were running away from the people were fleeing from Guiza or something. Anyway, from the community, because they were not given protection. They were not given any protection, and they wanted to. They were running away from that place. So yeah. So let me just please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Let's go, please. We need your support on YouTube. Let's grow the platform. And I've pinned it on here again once again. Just click on the link that you will see in the broadcast shortly, and go ahead, subscribe, and that will be a great help. So like I said, I would have shared the petition on the broadcast, but for the fact that right now, if you do that, yeah, Fulani war is coming. It is, I know. You're right. Fulani war is coming. Yeah, the war is. We need to rise up now. The war is here exactly. So now you can hear me. Fantastic. So now, what I'm saying here is this: please endeavor to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. You'll be doing us a great favor by doing so. Go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. Let's do one more thing before I proceed. Let me proceed and do this. Okay, now just subscribe. So when we're going ahead, please go and subscribe to Citizen AY. Click on the red link and on the red button, hit the notification button, of course, and of course give us a thumbs up. We would really appreciate your support. As you can see, Facebook, we have 122,000 followers, I kid you not, plus. And Facebook have restricted our reach to just 50 or 60 people. Subscribe, share this broadcast. It's very, very important. Once again, we say it, may Nigeria never happen to you, just like it's happened to this young lady. It's happened to her. The family has been distraught and and we need to go. That's why we keep saying we need a referendum now. And we have the right to self-determination. We have the right to self-determination. I'm going to play you a video shortly. This lady I wanted to bring to you. I'm going to put a video up, and then we'll then now talk a little bit more about this security situation and why you should know that every time all of these politicians come out and start talking to you, telling you, oh, they've done this, oh yeah, they're doing that, it's a lie. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. So let's go into the message a little bit more now. Now I'm going to show you a picture of a person that you will all know. There's a picture you can see here. I'm sure you can see that picture. Let's blow it up a little bit. So that is a picture of Katrina Lang in the middle. And that's Gbajabiamila. Can you see that? Now, the UK, they're fond of telling us that they want us to grow and everything else. They believe in all of that stuff. And that's fine. You can say that. But in the face of the killings going on, I want you to pay particular close attention to a video that they're sharing, trying to make us psychologically believe that we are one. And we need to reject that. We must reject that. Many of us have been silent, too silent in the face of this injustice. And we need to speak up. We need to not accept it. Just like UK have the right, and they took the action to actually separate from EU. Because EU was not working for the UK. I stated clearly, EU was not working for the UK. The UK did not feel the EU was giving them their benefits, Yeah, exactly. 60 million Nigerians will swarm UK via transatlantic when Kata boss eventually. John Luke, you're right. You're absolutely right. So please, my people, as you're watching, subscribe to us on YouTube. I've pinned the link on there on Oduduwa TV Radio, on Citizen AY, and on other platforms. They will be seeing this shortly. But what I want you to do is just watch this now. That's Katrina Lang in the middle. She's the High Commissioner for Nigeria. And she's espousing that we stay in one Nigeria. Now, here's a video that you may not connect to what is really happening and why we need to make sure that we break it. If it is okay for the UK to separate from the EU, separate from them, because now they are not part of the EU, then it is okay for us. Then the UK have no right to tell us to stay in one Nigeria. And with this video that I'm about to show you, they're trying to tell us to stay in one Nigeria. And she's heading all of that. And that's part of what they're using. And we need to be aware. So let me show you the video. Here comes the video. Now, watch this video. You'll have seen it, but you may not have really switched on to it. Now, here we go.
Landlord.
Yes, Nami.
Oga landlord.
So hang on.
Good afternoon, Oga. Now you be the landlord.
Yes, Nami.
Oga landlord, me go need one room for this your house. So.
Okay, sure you get work where you dey do.
Yes, I be nurse.
See?
You know go they owe me be that now.
Now how much be your rent, sef?
See,
Not just 90,000.
listen, oh.
Wait.
Listen.
This guy, where you come from, sef?
Oga, I come from Akamata.
Listen, oh.
Akamata, no talk am again. My spirit and Akamata people no dey ever join.
Oga, wetin happen now?
Come over for my compound. Na so baba thing na people sabi do for that Akamata. Come over for here.
Haba, Papa, wetin this innocent girl do you now?
You see?
Na people like
Watch
you dey
you.
spoil Nigeria, Papa.
I think you don't see am now.
You
My
see?
people they talk say jollof rice. We dey for bottom pot today. Go dey top of cooler.
You see how they're putting the pictures of all of us together. I want you to watch that, oh. Listen, and then watch how they're putting the pictures of all of us together. Oh. Watch. Go back. See. Listen.
I think you don't see am.
See am?
My people they
You
talk
see?
say jollof
Yorubas,
rice. We dey for bottom pot today.
Cherikiris,
Go dey top of
now
cooler
Hausas.
tomorrow.
Can you
As I
see
take you
Yorubas?
na so you sef
You know,
need to be. Because na one
Hausas.
mama
Can
we
you see?
get wey dey
Can you see?
Nigeria. Make we love
Even,
ourselves.
can you see what they did? Even the last picture. These are all psychology. You need to understand what is being done. Look at the video. See the last video, the last clip in that video, in that section. It's a Fulani man, or see that. Outer House of Fulani, and then those are the they got the Yorubas as well. The Yorubas are here. The Chekiris, Fulanis or Hausas, and can you see that? So what they are doing is all subtle, psychologically telling us that we should remain one, and we will see at the end. Watch now.
Because now one mama we get with the Nigeria.
So now they are telling us it's one mama we get. They are telling us it's one mama we get. It's Nigeria. Let's not forget, we are not one. Oh. We are Hausas. We are Middle Beltans. We are Igbos. We are Oduduwa people. So we are not one. We have never been one. Now let us watch to the end, and you will see who sponsored this video. Many people who may not be aware, and I'm trying to bring it to our attention. May one Nigeria never happen to us. Watch this.
Yeah, make we love ourselves, because now only together we go fit to make
see,
our country better for
see?
us and our children them. One heart plus one love equals better Nigeria. Now the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support
You see,
from the UK government.
with support from the UK government. Are you listening? Are you listening? The UK government are supporting one Nigeria. That is the message. Make I play and make you hear them again. Play that bit again. Listen on.
Now the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from the UK government, they bring in this message.
You see? So with support from the UK government. So they by force. Remember the UK rightly, and I support it because the people's voice spoke in that referendum. Let me show you the referendum in case you may not know. And let me see if I think I have it somewhere. I think I shared it. Let me just, if I'll quickly send it to you. So this is a message. We want to go our own way. And they're not interested in that message. The UK are only interested in keeping us as one nation. And we don't want it. So I want us to be very, very aware. Ojutila, thank you very much. John Luke, thank you, my brother. Yes, so Ojutila, Yes. Exactly. Yoruba exit is not a crime. Brexit pushed through without wahala. Are they mad or something? Exactly. Exactly, my brother. So these are what we are saying. So I'm bringing this to our attention. Let me play that video again. So when you look at the video, before I play it, this was on channels this morning that I saw this, and I just thought, so I looked at it and I studied the video. Then I thought in my head. So the first part of the video, you will look at it, you will think, oh, this is about us Nigerians. This is how they are trying to control your thinking. Oh, we are one. We are one. You would think it is us who did this video. But now at the end, you will hear that it was sponsored by the UK government. Why is it that the UK have to tell 200 million people that we must be one when we want to go our own way? Let us ask that simple question. Why? Why? Nobody stopped them from going and leaving Europe. So why should they stop us from leaving contractor Nigeria? Why? Why? Let us ask ourselves that question. So this video is a very important thing that I want us to really look at. I'm going to play it again. And the first part of it, it will look as though this is just about Nigerians alone. But the end will tell you who sponsored the video. and who is making us think that we should be one. So when they tell you to believe in one Nigeria, are you sure that the people telling you to believe in one Nigeria, they've not been instructed to tell you to do so? Are you sure? With all the killings going on, you have not had the British government come and condemn it and come and say, okay, we're going to put a stop to it. We're actually going to listen to the people, the referendum. But they promote referendum in the UK. But when it comes to us, we are not allowed to have that same right. Are we not human beings? Are we not human beings, I ask? Are we not human beings? Please, if you have not shared this broadcast, please go ahead and share it. I really would appreciate you sharing it. Please go ahead and share it because it's very important, the question we're asking. Now, I'm going to play the video again. Now, I want you to pay particular emphasis to the beginning of the video. It would seem as though this is just happening in Nigeria. But I want you to look at the end. You will see the control, the real controlling hand behind. You will see it. Here we go.
Good afternoon, Oga. Now you be the landlord.
Yes, Nami.
Oga landlord, me go need one room for this your house, so.
Okay, sure you get work where you dey do.
Yes, I be nurse.
You know go they owe me be that now.
Now how much be your rent, safe?
Not just 90,000 naira. Wait, oh, this guy, where you come from, Seth?
Oga, I come from my kamata.
Akamata, no talk am again. My spirit and Akamata people know they ever join.
Oga, wetin happen now?
Come over for my compound. Now so baba thing na people sabi do for that Akamata. Come over here.
Haba, Papa, waiting this innocent girl do you now? Now people like you, they spoil Nigeria, Papa.
I think you don't see am now. My people they talk say jollof rice. We dey for bottom pot
see?
today. Go dey top of cooler tomorrow.
So, you see now, and they're not dealing with the fact. You see in the video, they're talking about and people like this, they spoil them. You for let the girl stay. That's not what the point. The fight is not among indigenous people. The Igbos and Yorubas and Middle Beltans, we get along. The problem are the non-indigenous people that have imposed themselves on us. And that is why the people who are telling us to support one Nigeria, look at the picture. Do you know that this is funded? Let me play it again. Oh, see.
I think you don't see am now. My people they talk say jollof rice. We dey for bottom pot today. Go dey top of cooler tomorrow.
So what they're telling you is that, oh, but the other side wait there for the bottom of pot today. Go day top tomorrow. That means they are trying to tell you that you too, you will be president one day. Your turn by turn, you will be president, but not be today, not tomorrow. You see, they are trying to tell us to still believe in that one Nigeria. We need to shatter that. No, may one Nigeria never happen to any of us anymore. Ashe, may one Nigeria, may it never happen to any. We need to break it down. So when we see this kind of message, I want us all to actually be conscious and reject it and say, may one Nigeria never happen to any one of us. In fact, make I do something quickly. As I am doing this now live on air, I'm going to put something here. I want to really that message must go out. Let me just put it quickly. You will see it coming up because I want it to we need to counter this narrative, you know, because one Nigeria, when it happens to us, it results in the death of indigenous people. That is what one Nigeria is. And we need to really understand that. So we have to dismantle it. So let me put it down. I want to just, you know, maybe this is something that we can all, you know, because every time you hear they talk about one Nigeria, the train, the people who are doing the killing, if there was one Nigeria indeed, then there should be nobody on the train, there are no terrorists on the train going to kill people because they believe in one Nigeria. So that is just talk. They want that while they are saying to you believe in one Nigeria, they are planning to take your land. You need to wake up. And that is the plain fact. That is the plain fact. So let me just quickly do this now. So 1 second. You'll see it come up in a minute. Because I believe we shouldn't let this carry on anymore. So now, fact. Okay. So we should stop this you know, idea to believe in something that is actually harmful to our own existence. We must not accept it, you know. We must not accept it. So may one Nigeria never happen to us. So Ashewa. So there you have it. I'll make it smaller so it doesn't overpower the screen. 1 second. I'm just going to make it smaller so you see it coming up, and I'll put it at the bottom. I'll put it somewhere here so you see it coming across the screen. So you see, there you go. So I put it in the middle. Hang on. That's there. Okay. So the reason I'm doing that, may one Nigeria never happened to us, Ashewa, Citizen AY. I'm saying that because this video is trying to convince you that our only option is to stay in that Nigeria. But then the one Nigeria that they're telling us to stay in, this young lady has just been killed. This young lady next to her mom, yeah, she's been killed. The other young lady, which I showed you, if I can find her picture again, was killed. This in that same one Nigeria. That is one Nigeria happening to indigenous people. And we need to say no to it. So that's what I'm trying to bring to our attention. I hope that makes sense. I hope what I'm saying makes a lot of sense. So let me just play that to the end and you will see. So you can see now they're putting, I think that's Benin people, Benin dressing, maybe some Yoruba and Benin dressing in here. I think.
As I take
Yes.
need you now,
You
so
know,
yourself
see?
need me. Because now one
Now,
mama we get.
You see? And now they're telling us that we need to support one Nigeria. And that is nonsense. It is simply absurd. It is simply absurd. It is not something that we should go ahead to support. We need to reject it. Because that one
We be
Nigeria,
Nigeria.
you see?
We love ourselves.
you
Because
see,
now only
we didn't create the name Nigeria. We didn't create the name Nigeria. It's Niger area, or the even the worst one, the NIGGER area that they created so that they can enslave us. We need to be very, very clear. We shouldn't be taking the name that my ancestors named our kingdom is Ile-Ife. Oyo, Ile-Ife, is what they named our kingdom. Benin Kingdom stands on its own. The Nok Empire, there's so many, but they've collapsed and forced everything together and telling us to believe in one Nigeria. If it is okay for the UK to break up, to separate from EU, then it is okay for us to separate from continental Nigeria, especially where one Nigeria, what one Nigeria means is the killing of indigenous people. That's what it means. So let's listen
together
now.
we go fit to make our
Now,
country better
you see
for
that
us and our children them. One heart plus one love equals better
see?
Nigeria.
You see?
Now the Center for Democracy and Development (CDD) with support from the UK government.
You see, from the UK government. It's important to understand that. Now, if you to support a real democracy, the voice of the people must be heard. But as it stands now, it seems like the government, the UK government is choosing not to listen to the voice of the people. The people are clamoring for self-determination as Igbos, as Yorubas, as Middle Beltans, as even as Hausas. And those voices are being ignored. Now, we have to make the change. It's not up to them. We have to make sure that our voice is heard in our own land. And that's why I wanted to come and do this broadcast this morning to YouTube. You'll be doing us a great favor. I really do appreciate your support, those of you watching me and following what we're saying here. But I'm bringing this to your attention. You can see, it says on the screen there, with support. And it says the UK. You can see the flag of the UK, in this broadcast. Let me see if I can make it smaller. Let's escape from this for a minute. So you can see that is the UK flag that you see there. You see, with support from UK. So they want us to stay together. But it is not in our interest. It may be in the interest of the UK that we stay together. But we cannot put the interest of 60, 70 million UK people above that of 210 million citizens in that contraption called Nigeria. Many of them want to leave. Many people, many of the Igbos want to leave, the Middle Belt want to leave, Yorubas, Oduduwa people want to leave, even the Hausas want to leave. So to say that the support from the UK, the interest of the UK cannot be our interest as far as that contraction is concerned. It has to be the interest of the people to whom those resources belong. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I hope you can see see the sense in what I'm saying. This is not about attacking anybody. It is speaking up for our people. And that is why we need to encourage our people to go for self-determination. I'm going to talk about one or two more things. In the middle of all of this, would you believe that the government, they started instead of chasing all of these people, bandits, killing people around, they went and released a document and they said the security information about a threat to Buhari from IPOB. I'll read it to you shortly, but I wanted to just look at this. Let's look at this first. You know, with all the people killing, so your life as an indigenous people, your life doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But you know, when IPOB, who's trying to speak up for us, encourage you to actually stand up for your right, go for referendum, we are being silenced. But they are allowing Fulani terrorists, they are giving them guns to kill us on the trains, on the road, in the air. There's nowhere safe. Traveling on road, you're not safe. Traveling by air, they hijack the plane. Traveling on the train, they bomb it and they kill people. Evidence, not my words, though. Dr. Chinelo killed. Lawyer, what's her name again? No, make her get that name out. Let me get that name out. Yeah. Farida, lawyer Farida, killed. Can you see? 29-year-old lawyer killed in the one Nigeria. But they don't see that to talk about. Here is where the focus of, this is why you should know that we can no longer continue to support one Nigeria. We need to tell our people to wake up. We need to tell our people to wake up. Whoops. Have I been taken off air? Have I been taken off air? It looks like I've been taken off air on YouTube. Oh, interesting. Let me just check this. Am I still on air? Oh, yeah, I am still on air. Okay, I am still on air. So, yeah. What? This is where you need to wake up. Why they can they spared her life because she's Muslim? This is what I'm saying. Look, I'm just saying to you all, this is not about sparing. It's time, you know, we have to go. It's time for us to break away from contraption Nigeria. And that's what I want to say. We have to break separate from contraption Nigeria. So now, let me show you a document that we came across recently. Now, here's a document. It talks about imminent threat of explosive attack on MK Abiola Stadium. So they did not see the attack on the train, though. No, they didn't. On 20th of March. They didn't see the attack on the train, no. But they are seeing the attack. Intelligence available to surveillance indicate imminent attack on MKO Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, by members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra using prime improvised explosive devices. On 29th of March, the attack was hatched to target the return of the World Cup qualifiers match between Nigeria and Ghana, aimed at causing maximum casualty embarrassment to the government, thereby drawing local and international attention to the secessionist agenda of the dissident group. In view of the foregoing, coupled with the planned attendance of President Muhammadu Buhari, GSFR, and other important dignitaries to the national team, there is need for adequate development of counter-security measures before, during the slated match, with a view to preventing, detecting, and neutralizing threats. Therefore, the foregoing is forwarded for your kind action, please. So you see that. But they did not see the attack on the train. Can you see? That's your one Nigeria. That's why we keep saying, may one Nigeria never happen to you. Because this is every time people are killed, that is one Nigeria happening to us. That is why we can no longer continue, in all honesty, to support one Nigeria. We cannot. So please do leave your call in. You can call in +44 7399 580 606. Let's see if we can get that done. It's pinned on the screen, as you can see there. But I just wanted to I wanted you to just see. So they did not see the attack. They did not the imminent threat of the IPOB. But what about the threat of the Boko Harams, the ISWAP, the Mietiala, the Fulani herdsmen? What about those threats? How come that the people are leaving? They're showing this, so they need to, why don't they explain this to us? Let me get this other video out for you. Let me get this video out for you. I want to show you, because to show you the double standard, and that is why, in honesty, we need to stop this idea of believing in one Nigeria. It's a fraud. It is a fraud. Now, let's go back up here. I want to just show you something, if I can. If I can find that video again. So here we go. So this is something that I want to show you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching. So I'm going to forward it quickly. Shiroro Hydropower Station in Zumba. Okay, and villages just a whole community fleeing. Oh, 20, a whole community fleeing, but the security operatives could not see that. But they can talk about IPOB. They can talk, but the people who are being killed, they don't see any of this. Oh, and you still believe in one Nigeria. Look at this. Look. You. What I'm about to show you is a people mass exodus from a village. It's a mass exodus from a village, Shiroro Hydropower Station in Zumba, and villages just this was yesterday. 20 women and children in Guni Zumba River fleeing from bandit attacks in the area. That is what you're seeing now. That is what you're seeing. Let me try and help you with this as well. This is what you're seeing. May one Nigeria never happen to us. I'm going to play it, but I wanted to just put the words so you can see it. 1 second. I want to just see it, So there you go. So I'm going to play it just for you to see. When we talk about, look, we need to dismantle contraction Nigeria. This is what we mean. This is in village, Guni Zumba River, fleeing from bandits' attacks in the area. Let's roll the tape. Listen on. This is on Citizen AY on YouTube. You can watch it there live, and you can play it there full and listen to it. So now they don't see that too. They don't see that, but they can see a threat. They can see a threat to the president. They don't see that. A whole community living. Let me give you the name of that community and I'll read it to you. I want you to look at, let me just switch this on for 1 second. So if you want to call in, you can call in on +44 729 580 606. WhatsApp only, please. I'd really suggest that. WhatsApp only, please. Very important. Because there's a lot of calls and I cannot take them all. But WhatsApp, then I can probably get to the message and we can be in touch. So that way. So now, please, I want to urge you all, those of you watching now, if you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY, go and do so now on YouTube, because you can see the numbers are deliberately been down. So we're trying to make sure that we reach as many people as possible when we do in our broadcast. And also the petition that we will normally post that you would see on the platform. Facebook have said we cannot post it because if we do, they take it down, and they actually, they've given warnings for us posting the support for Yoruba Nation. So these are the kind of things that makes us know that we must go. So let me just make sure we are aware of what is going on. Let me see. Let me just do this. Let me do this for him. Okay, so here we go. So what I will do, so I will get that to you, my brother, Bashiru Mustafa. What I want us to really do, if you want to call in, you can call in on +44 729 580 606. Why is it that the military, the security intelligence, they pick up that there's going to be imminent attack at the stage at the football game, but they don't see the attack on communities? Why is that? And where's the army? Where are these people? So these are questions that need answering, and we are asking it. Once again, I urge you all as you're watching, please don't forget to go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. We really need your support because what is going on now is beyond just talking. We need to take concrete action. The government that keeps telling you to believe in one, that keeps telling you to support one Nigeria. They're not interested in your life. They're not interested. They're telling you to go and vote in next year's in 2023 elections, but they're not protecting you. They're not providing safety and security. There is another video that I wanted to talk about this morning. So I'm going to come back to this issue again. But there's a video which I saw, and I thought, and I'm going to play this video in its entirety. Again, it's on channels, but it just made me think about things a little bit. And I was like, whoa, okay. You know, people are now to see what is being done. You've seen this before, but let's play this bit. Let's play this bit. Let's play this. You remember the 17-year-old planned her own kidnap. Here it is. This, and the reason why why youths are doing this is because they see that Fulani terrorists, when they kidnap somebody, they get paid. So the kids now, they're learning that it is profitable to now do fake kidnapping to get paid. And that is what they see. They see the Fulani terrorists, the terrorists who kidnap people, abduct. They even abducted people on the train that they cannot account for now. Watch this video and let us talk about it. I won't play all of it, but just listen.
It all happened on Wednesday when I was sent to an errand.
You see?
On 26th by 7 p.m. My uncle sent her, but before then, I already planned with my boyfriend that we are going to see on that day. So on following that day, we went to his place. I spent 3 days, but through all those that was going on, we called our uncle. My uncle called, so he picked it. We did it informal that I was kidnapped. He told them that I was kidnapped. Throughout the 3 days. We demanded for 500, but it was not paid. The only one that was paid was 20,000 to another account. He said, according to what he told me. So before I came to the nearby building, by that time my uncle had already reported to the nearby building that I was missing. So throughout all the investigation, I was lying. But before I came to this station, and I started telling them the truth of how everything happened, that I was not kidnapped. That was how it happened.
How old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
So why did you come up with that thing?
So anyway, let's move that away. Sorry about that. Let's move that away. So I don't want that. So the reason I'm showing you that, I'm going to forward it a little bit.
Hi, I'm Rosie Acosta, a meditation and yoga teacher, and I'm here today to talk about modern mindfulness. This is something that a lot of us can...
Sorry about that. Okay, so let me just try and skip. That's what I wanted to do.
I don't know what came over me, but
you see?
I all did it out of ignorance. I was thinking it would result to be good.
You see? I did it out of ignorance. I was thinking the result would be good. Listen to the words again, no? Because this is what they see the Fulani terrorists doing. So they thought, okay, if I fake it, I'll get some money. That's your one Nigeria. May one Nigeria never happen to us. This girl, luckily, I'm sure she'll be fine now. It's interesting. We need to know how many Fulani terrorists has been arrested and jailed for abducting people. Instead, they are absorbed back into the community. They are given national ID cards, and they can vote in elections, and they are given guns to go and kill by the military. They swear an oath of allegiance to Nigeria, and they are used as killing machines. And this girl obviously sees that. This is the damage that has been done to us. Look at it. Listen. I don't
know what came over me, but
it's desperation. Can you see? It is desperation. It is desperation. It is pure desperation. Listen to the words. I don't know what came over me. I'm not saying it is right. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying if we look at the conditions in which these young people are brought up in, it is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And we have got to make sure that we do not in any way, shape or form, allow this to go on any longer. And the best way to secure that, to secure her future, she has to be rehabilitated. many of our people have been damaged because they see Fulani terrorists getting away with it. So they think, you know what, if I fake it, I get some money. It's good for us. We can spend some money. Because that's all. They've been reduced to believing that that is the only way forward by their government, by the one Nigeria government, that corrupt governance. And this is why we're bringing this to your attention. The words there, listen to our words again. No, listen.
Come up with that song.
Oh, goodness me. Sorry about this. Oh, man. Sorry about that. I should have. I will do that. Sorry about that. I just need to bring it up. I don't like.
It might take some time, but with the right treatment, you.
So now here we go.
I don't know what came over me,
Yeah.
but I all did it out of ignorance. I was thinking it will result to a good
You see?
situation, not knowing it to be a bad idea.
You see that now?
How long have you known him?
It has reached 4 months.
4 months.
Yes.
What do you do? Are you a student?
I'm done with secondary school, but I've not started any business for now.
And what are your plans? Start any exam?
My plans is to start learning work first before I enter school.
You see? Because the governance has failed, they failed. The system has failed this young lady. And, you know, as Southerners, the system has failed us. It's failed them. I'm not saying that what they've done is right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is what system is in place to cater for them. Do you know that they said 13 million children, and that is even conservative estimate, 13 million children are out of school when they should be in school. 13 million minimum. And that is a conservative estimate. It could be as high as 20 million, maybe even more. And that is a recipe for disaster right there, don't you think? But then they still want you to believe in one Nigeria. The one Nigeria that cannot provide a future for this young lady. She should be in school. She shouldn't be thinking about finance, trying to find money to survive. She should be in school. There should be infrastructure in place. Water, light, road, schools, bridges. She should have computer. She should have broadband so that she can learn and acquire knowledge to improve her life and her community. This is what we're talking about. These are the things that we really need to really look into and understand that what we have in place is truly. Thank you very much, Adura Gbami Layemi. Thank you. So what we are looking at, it's horrifying. She said, "I don't know what came over me." It's desperation. It's desperation, and the failure of governance to provide for her future. The same people who are going to be, you will see them in a minute when we start talking about the security issue in Abuja and all these places. And they still haven't found the people who have been abducted. They have not been found. The next minute, they will either be dead or they will be asking for compensation, and the government will pay it. You know why? Because they are Fulani terrorists. But they don't want us to know this. Instead, they're telling them, they keep telling us to say they are bandits. They are not bandits. These guys are killers. They are funded by the government. They are funded by the government. Let me find that video. I'll play a little bit more of it. So,
You met him when?
When I was buying something. When I was buying drug in a pharmacy.
Does he live close to your house?
Yes, his place is not far from where I'm living in Benin.
you see?
So the idea to sell this kidnap story came from him and you agreed, or came from you and he agreed?
He came from me, then he agreed.
You see? Because they've been seeing that Fulani terrorists are getting paid. So they think, why not? If they're doing it, why not? And it's painful to see. Now, let me go to the next thing. I want to show you another video to show you, to see. I want you to listen to the voice of the Hausa man.
I need a video, but I hate being on.
Again, this is on YouTube, Citizen AY on YouTube. Don't forget to go to Citizen AY on YouTube and subscribe. We really need your help. You can see the numbers are down here on Facebook. That's fine. But we need you. If you come on here and you're watching, please help us get this message out there, because it's clearly a system designed to make sure that we do not speak, we're not allowed to speak truth to power, and our voice is silenced, and we shouldn't let that happen. So we need your support. We do need your support. Listen to this now. Listen to a Fulani man and Hausa man. I'll put that up now. So that young lady, I'm just showing you the cause and effect. A government that fails to provide infrastructure, healthcare, roads, schools, bridges for the citizens is leaving the citizens no option.
People across the globe should come to the help of Nigeria, because Nigeria is burning in flame. Your local government under Kaduna State is burning in fire right now. As I'm talking to you, come to our aid. Thank you so much.
Say Baba. Now let me play it again. I want you to really, really listen.
I'm a Hausa person.
Listen.
These people have no regard for religion. If you are thinking it's about religion, you better open your eyes. The indigenous people in this country and the Hausa people need to rise up and open their eyes. This is not about religion. It's about...
Did you hear? He said the indigenous people and the Hausa people need to rise up. This is not about religion. Those are the words of the Hausa man. Let's listen on.
Ethnic cleansing. The Fulani people want to eliminate the indigenous Nigerians. Now, in my local government, your local government of Kaduna State, it's a local government that is 99% Hausa people by tribe. But as I'm talking to you, over 4 days now, the Fulani militias have killed over 200 persons. 200? And among them include my own.
They've killed over 200 persons. This was just barely 24 hours. But they cannot. Can you hear that now?
Relations. They are burnt.
Now, so let me pause that there. Over 200 people. But the imminent threat, the explosive attack, the intelligence available to service indicate imminent attack on MKO, because that is their focus. But they don't see the attack where 200 people are killed in Kaduna, and you still believe in one Nigeria. And this is their focus. And they blame IPOB. Is IPOB responsible for the 200 people killed in his state? Is IPOB responsible for this? Is IPOB responsible? That's the question. It's a simple question. Is IPOB responsible? IPOB is not. The government of the day, they are supporting terrorists. They want to take our land. You will hear him say it. So I just wanted to just pause it. Come back. Now let's go back and listen to what he's saying. Here. Now let's listen on.
Houses, they have destroyed both Christians and Muslims. So it is high time for particularly the indigenous northern Hausas to unite themselves against this onslaught. If those are...
He's going to come back. Just wait. He's coming back.
In position of authority, if you think this is about religion, then you are still sleeping. This is not about religion. This is about ethnic cleansing. They are trying to eliminate the indigenous, Nigerians, the indigenous northerners, and take over their lands. This is about land grabbing. I'm telling you, in the Zambantama community, in your local government, which comprises of over 60 to 70 villages, cluster of villages, there have been so far now, over 100 people have been killed, houses burnt, their cows, their cattle that they use for, farming, for construction of bridges and all that, they have been scattered away. Even some of them have moved towards Zaria. How can you expect, a farmer to move into the city to do what? To do what, for God's sake? It is high time for Nigerians to wake up. It is high time for the Hausas to wake up. The Fulanis are blindfolding our eyes, the Hausas. I'm a Hausa person, and I'm talking with passion. The Fulanis have used religion to blindfold us, to think that it is about religion. No, it is not about religion. It is about ethnic cleansing. It's high time for the Hausa.
Ethnic cleansing. May one Nigeria never happen to us, so like it happened to Dr. Chinelo and Farida. Ashe, Ise, may one Nigeria never happen to us, so Ashe, Ise, these people, their plan is to take our land. It's ethnic cleansing. And this is why we are saying we have to go for self-determination. The people who are supporting that video that I showed, where they're telling you to support One Nigeria, they don't care about whether you survive or not. They don't care whether your families are killed or not. And this is the thing, we need to stand up for our people, our land, and protect ourselves to be able to have access to and use our resources to benefit ourselves. This has gone on long enough. Let's listen on.
Thank God, this broadcast, I believe, is going to be pushed, into the group that comprises of all the houses, the indigenous houses, and with the effort making to unite the houses, to rise up against this onslaught. So I want you to understand, this is not about religion. It's not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. The same thing that
ethnic cleansing. Are you listening? It's about ethnic cleansing. Those of you talking about One Nigeria and ethnic cleansing, it tells you it's a danger. Whilst you are talking One Nigeria, the Fulanis will come and take your land. They will clear you from your community. That's what's happening to the Tiv people. And they won't allow them to speak about it. They haven't allowed them to speak about it. That is what is happening. And this Hausa man is exposing the truth as it is. We need to do this on our own. We're not waiting for a Hausa man to come and protect us in Yoruba land. We shouldn't wait for a Hausa man to come and protect us in Igbo land. We shouldn't wait for a Hausa man to come and protect us in Middle Belt. Middle Belt must protect Middle Belt. Igbos protect Igbo land. And Yorubas protect Yoruba land. And these are the things that we need to do. Because if we're standing here looking, these guys will kill us. So I'm saying this to you all, that we need to wake up. We must wake up. So please, it's important. It is very, very important that we continue to raise the awareness, speak truth to power on this. And I want you all to really, make sure that we do not stay silent on this anymore. We must continue to expose this fraud called One Nigeria. It is a fraud.
It's happening in southern Kaduna, where the indigenous southern Kaduna are being eliminated by the Fulanis. The same thing is also happening in northern Kaduna, where they are purely Hausas. So it's not about religion. If you heard that people are being butchered in southern Kaduna, houses, communities burnt, and you are happy and you think it's about Christians, now you better open your eyes. It's not about Christians. I'm a Hausa person. Our Giwa local government, which is in northern Kaduna, and many parts of, Katsina, Zampara many people have been eliminated.
See now.
Now I want you to know right now, as I'm talking to you, it's only in my own community.
So they're killing, these guys are just killing. These terrorists that the Fulani leaders, he mentioned that many Fulani governors, they know about this, and they're allowing the killing to go on. In his own community, 200 people killed, including his own relative. It's time we woke up. I really do think we have to be very, very clear. And this is the message. This is not about, we need to save lives, and this is what we keep saying this. Thank you very much, Duragwemi, yes. So we are bringing this information to us. And I'll be back later on Oduduwa TV Radio speaking Yoruba with the team up with all presenters, because we have an announcement to make as on Oduduwa TV Radio collectively, and you will hear it there and then. But this is all part of the message as well. Currently, as it stands, we cannot share the petition or sign the petition. Disgusting country, a government calling terrorists bandits. Exactly. Thank you. So these are the things that we bring into your attention. We need to continue to raise the level of awareness. Let's listen a bit more to what she's saying here.
And there are villages, over 100 villages in that axis. It belongs to the western part of Giwa local government. Of course, just to mention, about a few months ago, the house of the person representing us at the state level now, the State House of Assembly, was killed by the bandits. So And this man too is a Hausa person, is a Muslim. So it's not about religion. I want you to understand that this thing is not about religion. It's about ethnic cleansing. Right now, as I'm talking right now, this evening, they have started operation from about 5 p.m. up to this time that I'm talking to you right now. The Fulani militias are still there operating, killing people, burning houses, raping our women, kidnapping those that they can kidnap. Giwa alone can feed the entire Nigeria. Now, Giwa market, for instance, Giwa grain market is one of the largest, grain market in Nigeria. So if the inhabitants of Giwa local government are chased away by the bandits, now that will have multiply effect. That will have negative consequences, not just on the livelihood of the people, the inhabitants of Giwa local government, but the entire economy of Kaduna State and the entire economy of Nigeria. Farmers are running. Farmers are coming to the city. What will they come to the city and do? What will they eat? So it's high time for those in authority. Now, if you are hearing me and you are in authority, you have a say, and you keep quiet because you don't want to, you will eventually die. You will eventually die, whether you like it, whether you like it or not. The governorship aspirant, from Katsina that was killed by the bandits some couple of months ago on his way from, Katsina to Abuja, to Abuja on the Kaduna-Abuja road. Did he know that he was going to be killed? Exactly. So if you think you are in position and you don't want to talk so that you will not be killed, you will still be killed. We that have chosen to come out and talk, we will still be alive. I know there is no devil in heaven and on earth that can eliminate my life. So if you will come out and talk, and get what is supposed to be done, to be done, it's better for you to rise up and talk. I've spoken to many military, those in the military sector, they have complained to me of, a lot of logistic issues, which is affecting their operations. All this is not worth it. And I want to assure you that, this is a conspiracy. This is a serious conspiracy. Why? Because on the 24th of March, which is on Thursday, that the kidnappers started this operation, the network of the entire axis of the western part of, Giwa, that is Onomayo, seized.
So they seized the entire network. When they started this operation, the entire network seized. And then you're still talking about One Nigeria. The entire network in that area seized. And somebody will come and talk to you about One Nigeria. Please wake up. I urge you all, please wake up. I urge you, please wake up. Wake up. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Wake up. Please, if you're still believing in One Nigeria is a death trap. Those of us who are, we're telling you because this is One Nigeria just happened to this young lady. This young lady, this doctor, she's dead. She was shot to death on that train. May her soul rest in peace. That's her. That's One Nigeria that happened to her. So we are saying this because we want you to be aware. We want you to know. We want you to really protect yourselves, your communities. We cannot continue to be silent. And this is not about prayer. It's about action. It's about collective action as Southerners, as indigenous people. So we're bringing this to your attention because the killings has gone on long enough. It has truly gone on long enough. I'm just trying to check something here. Yeah, okay, good. So we're good for time. Now, what else? What I wanted to do, let me just listen a little bit more to this, what he's saying. Because he said that those key points, I want you to hear the words he said there, that the entire network in the area went down. And then the terrorists were able to go in and kill. And when people were calling out, trying to call, there was no network. Listen.
They couldn't even call you for help at the right time because the network has ceased. So what does that mean? That means it's a conspiracy. Putting the head of kidnappers, who is resident in Zamfara, has came out on social media, has claimed responsibility for hundreds of lives, that have been killed, and yet nothing has been done to him. Which kind of
listen to that. I want you to listen to those words. Let's listen again.
Alive. I know there is no devil in heaven and on earth that can eliminate my life. So if you will come out and talk and get what is supposed to be done, it's better for you to rise up and talk. You know, I've spoken to many military, those in the military sector. They have complained to me of, a lot of logistic issues, which is affecting their operations. All this is not worth it. And I want to assure you that, this is a conspiracy. This is a serious conspiracy. Why? Because, on the 24th of March, which is on Thursday, that the kidnappers started this operation, the network of the entire axis of western part of, Giwa, that is Onomayo, ceased. So, they couldn't even call you for help at the right time because the network has ceased. So what does that mean? That means it's a conspiracy. Turji, the head of kidnappers, who is resident in Zamfara, has came out on the social media, has claimed responsibility for hundreds of lives, that have been killed, and yet nothing has been done to him. Which kind of governless country are we in? Life in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria particularly, most especially in Giwa local government, is becoming poor, brutal, nasty and short. Life is becoming uncertain. Which kind of situation is this? I am calling on, if you think where you are is saved, and therefore you will keep quiet, I'm telling you, a time will come, even those in the city will not be spared. For about some months ago, Zaria, which is a city, the second largest city in Kaduna State after the main, Kaduna city, has experienced a lot of, kidnappers attempts and all that. So don't say we are in the city and you will keep quiet. And even if you think you are saved, what about your relations? What about your relations that are in the villages? So let's come out and talk against this evil, and not just talk, but act against this evil.
Take action.
Those that have access to President Buhari should speak to him. Those that have access to, to speak to him. Those that have access to other state governors, those that have access to head of various security apparatus in Nigeria, they should speak. These bandits are human beings. They are not spirits. They are human beings like you and I. If there is effort, they can be stopped. They can be stopped. Nigerian military is more than equipped to face them and destroy and annihilate them. These people, they are not they are not civil spirits. They are people that are known. Where they are located is known. So why not Nigerian security reinforce? Both the land army, and the air force should reinforce and face them and clear them. If we refuse to act, this evil will consume every one of us. So I want to call particularly on the Hausas, the indigenous Hausas, to rise up. I know that Fulanis have deceived the Hausas. They have taken over the northern Nigeria, even though they constitute the minority in terms of population, but in terms of the politics of northern Nigeria is Fulanis. In terms of the traditional leadership of northern Nigeria is Fulanis. In terms of every position, every authority, Fulanis have occupied. So it's becoming difficult for the government to address this, because those that should address it, they are the ones. They are the ones. They feel that it is their brethren, it is their kinsmen. Buhari is a Fulani. Governor Kaduna State Elfa is Fulani, and most of the northern governors are Fulanis. So that has made this evil to continue. Therefore, I want to call on the indigenous people of Nigeria, the indigenous Hausas in northern Nigeria and other minority tribes, to rise up against this evil. If we refuse to rise up, and I also know that there are some Fulanis that are well-meaning Fulanis who are also not happy with this thing, who are also not supporting this evil. I also want you to call, expose them. If we collectively put our effort together, if we collectively expose this evil will stop. This evil will stop. Therefore, please, I want to call on the indigenous Nigerians to gang up against this evil. And if we refuse to do that, this evil will eventually consume us. Thank you so much.
So, now, the reason I played all of that is to show us that those of you speaking about one Nigeria, what is your answer to that man? And does that bear out your one Nigeria? When you're telling us to support one Nigeria, this video that I played, the voice I played now, does that bear out your one Nigeria? There's another video that I wanted to show you. I forgot. In fact, let me fish it out now. I want to show you something it's very funny as well. But this is all a game. They're trying all manner of things. And we need to be very aware that this is all, as far as some people are concerned, it's a game that they're playing. They're not interested in anything else. They just want what they want. Now, let me get this video out for you. There's a small video that I'm going to show you. I know I'm going to show you a lot of clips, but it's to emphasize the point and to make us see. Now, you're going to hear something and to tell you that it is all a game. They don't care what it is. It's all a game. It is a game. And the quicker we realize that, the better. The quicker we realize that, the better. Now, let me get this to you. Let me get this to you. 1 second, please. I hope we can come up soon, because this is very important, and there's actually a very important message in it. But like I said, what the man said there, those are the things we've been talking about. Let me get this out. Hopefully this will come. So let me do something. I want you gonna, yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a shock when you see this one as well. And because somebody sent it to me, thank you. Oh man, sorry, 1 second. I don't know what's happened here. Okay, let me just check what's happening there. But like I said, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so that's fine. So now what I am trying to do is to basically show you this this video, this small clip, and they will use all manner of ways to try and get us to make us believe that. That is at the APC convention. Can you see they're trying to tell us that we should support their One Nigeria? So at the APC convention, let me see that. Yeah, that face, I know that face at the bottom there, but anyway, that's another story. We'll leave that one. Look at that. So at the APC convention, listen to what they're playing. They're playing the Yoruba Nation national anthem. Can you see the deceit? And they're telling us to support One Nigeria. Listen now. So that's, you see it's APC. Can you see it's APC? Can you guys see that? Can you see that that's an APC? That is APC. That is APC. That is an APC. What you see on them is APC. So you can see that is all trickery. This is all trickery. We need to wake up. And we're bringing this to your attention because these guys are here to trick us, to make sure that they continue to oppress and suppress us. You know, they are prepared to work with the Fulanis to suppress their own people. And that speaks about their allegiance. Put it that way. But I want us to be aware of what is being done. You know, just look, you know, just watch what is, see, I'll play it again. Let me go from the top. This is APC. So you don't think this is APC. They're singing the Yoruba national anthem. So they actually know it. But they are prepared, they are put on the altar of One Nigeria, they're prepared to sacrifice Yoruba nation. No, we should say no. Listen to this. You see that? You see that's APC. Can you see that's APC there? So they put their hands up and they're trying to fool you and I. It's time we woke up. You see? You see? You see that? Never forget to, in the middle here, in the middle of the shot, let me see if I can get, in the middle of the shot is APC. They are prepared to even use our own, what we sing, to try to bring, don't be fooled. We need to stay on our lane. Our lane is Yoruba Nation. We're going for Yoruba Nation. They have an agenda. Their agenda is to use it to trick us to supporting the continued oppression of our people in our land. We need to reject it. That's shocking. That is absolutely shocking and sickening. When I saw it, I was like, what? Then I looked closely. Then I saw it's APC. So there is nothing that is not out of bounds. They even use our own the independent song to sing to get people to vote for APC. Can you see the level of depravity that involves, that is required for you to do that? Can you see it? Can you see the level of depravity? Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. And once again, I urge you, if you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY, please go ahead and do so now. We really would appreciate your support. Please go and subscribe. Click the subscription, Yeah, so we should go do, yes. Well, at some point, Clinton just. Well, you know what? I won't argue with you. I won't argue. But I'm leaving it for us to see. These guys, they are singing the Yoruba national anthem that I sing, that you heard me sing it. I sang it a lot of times. And they come on. And they let me play it again for those of you who are watch. If you want to call You see what I mean? So they have the barefaced effrontery. We are preaching for self-determination because of the failure of governance. Those in government are now taking what is ours, what belongs to the people, to now use it to reach their own ends, which is to continue the continued oppression of you as a Yoruba man, as an Igbo man, as a Middle Beltan, as a Hausa now, as we now understand. What are your thoughts on this? Do you want to call in? The number is on the screen. Let me see if I can actually pin the number on here. Let me see if I can pin the number. Let me see if I can. I'll pin the number. Let me see if I can go. Let me see what we can do here. 1 second. 1 second, please. Let me see if I can do that. Okay. Please call. Oh, sorry. 1 minute. I'll do it again. Okay. Paste. So let me just do this. On. 1 minute. So the number is going to be, it's on the screen now. I've pinned it up. It's on the thing. Please do not forget to subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. So you have the opportunity to call. Maybe I'll take 1 or 2 calls before I go. But as ever, please, I urge you all, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. I'm just showing you what is going on. These are the kind of things that is being done to oppress and suppress us in our land. And we need to reject it. We have to absolutely reject it unequivocally. Now, let's forward again. I want to go and show you something else. Let me move this one out of the way, and then I'll break that down later. So now, let's show you what they said this morning on channels. I want to show you what they said this morning on channels. Talking about taxes. I'm not going to talk about that now. This is the one I want you to look at now. This is the... Now let's have a look. Look at this. People, nobody's safe to travel. People don't feel safe in the traveling on air, on trains or on roads. Listen to this. Watch this now. Now, listen to this. Watch it. I'll forward you a little bit. Okay, let it come. Now, anyway, let's listen to it. This is on channels this morning, but I'm trying to illustrate the point. Listen.
The Rigasa train station in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. The train station is devoid of the usual hustle and bustle following the suspension of services and aftermath on Monday's night's attack by bandits. The station is virtually empty, save for few workers and security officials on duty.
See?
With train services halted, many commuters return to road transportation, a previously dreaded alternative, also because of the insecurity along the Kaduna-Abuja highway.
I'm not scared following the road because even you at home, you are not safe. You tell me that you too are safe, you are not safe. Are you getting me? You are not safe because everywhere now they are touching, everywhere.
At the popular Command Junction Motor Park, passengers are seen either arriving or departing from the park. The volume of commercial vehicles that load at this park since Tuesday has also increased from 30 to 45 daily, according to the park officials.
Just imagine plenty of port road. If you go to Olafan to here to Gatari, you will see different port road and different location of diversion, which is not right. Because in place of that diversion, if you match a break, you can see bandit can come out and do everything. And the security, we need more security in that road.
With the threats now associated with road and rail travel to and fro Kaduna, transport operators highlight some of the factors responsible for the heightened insecurity.
The rail is left for bandits, the road for bandits. Even here, it's not just because we saw it on video. Kaduna Airport was attacked by banditry. Why is it like that, for God's sake? And this thing is almost in Kaduna, all these things are happening. Please, we are asking the government to do something about it.
That's your one Nigeria.
In the past 4 years, Kaduna, just like many other states in the northwest zone, has witnessed several deadly attacks by bandits in communities along major highways and critical public institutions. It's hoped that the latest train attack will be a turning point for the total overhaul of the nation's security architecture, an increase in the deployment of security operatives along the highways.
You see that? Can you see that? Now, let us hear what they'll have to say.
The day after that infamous attack on the Abuja-Kaduna train, it's still a developing story, I should say. There's efforts to rescue those unaccounted for, to even get the right figures, as it were. Yes, the manifest was released, but there had been reports earlier of a certain number of passengers, over 900, but the manifest says otherwise. So there's that one as well. There's the activities in the hospital trying to care for the victims of that attack who have been hurt, some trying to get surgery and all of that. So it's a big one, as I said, a developing story. And this morning, yes, we'll be having the head of the NRC join us. But for now, let's begin the conversation with a member of the House of Reps Committee on Defense, Honorable Yunusa Abubakar, who joins us via Zoom.
You will listen closely to what Yunusa Abubakar is saying. I can tell you now that he's just waffling. There's no clear, concrete plan of action. He's just waffling. He's just waffling. I guarantee you. Listen.
Zoom this morning. Honorable, thank you for joining us on the program. We also expect to have Mr. Giule Abe, a retired Commissioner of Police, Kaduna State, and Pioneer Commandant, Mobile Police Training College, Ilaro, Washington State. But let's start off with you, Honorable. And the question I'll ask is, I know there's been a lot of conversation in the House of Representatives. We'll get to that. The Deputy Speaker, who was not happy that the service chiefs did not honor the invitation to, tell the House and by extension Nigerians what exactly is going on. But let me begin by asking, this is a problem, a challenge we've had for since 2011 or thereabouts. And during the course of your oversight, I'd like to know what has been the gap between the knowledge we have, the seeming intelligence we have, and implementation, and getting this out of the way. What has been the challenge?
Well, good morning, viewers, and thank you for these very pertinent questions. It has been worrying us as it is worrying everybody. Well, you quickly got it when you said the Deputy Speaker conveyed our annoyance when the service chief refused to honor our invitation so that we can actually get to the root of it. But I am opportune to be a member of the Defense Committee, and we have been carrying out our oversight functions. Even to us, we were equally disappointed with despite all the apparatus, the parameters that we put in place, and we expect them to act, yet the results are not seen as desired. Now, quickly to answer,
can you see? I told you they have nothing to offer. They have nothing, zero. They have zero to offer, zero. Although nothing to offer. And that's what we keep saying to you all. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we really do, we appreciate your support. Continue to go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We urge you, we need your support. Facebook are playing a game here, and they're trying to demotivate us by making sure that the numbers are severely down. We want to take our stuff onto another platform. The platform that we chose, of course, is Citizen AY on YouTube. Please go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. You know, so yeah. Paul Ezeme, yeah, good point. We ask for Nnamdi to be freed, but the thing is, as it stands now, it's best when the time comes. Oloye will speak. But for now, yeah, he's keeping his counsel, and that's what that's the answer we can give at best at this point. Let's carry on and listen to. I told you this man here has nothing to offer us, nothing to offer us. The man that is part of the security team
or
whatever.
It's good to discuss some of these our problems. I mean, on air or in public, because
you see,
as I'm talking to you,
look at Bullet Hole. Look at Bullet Hole. But they will tell you to believe in one Nigeria. And they tell you to vote in the next election. And they will sing. They will come and they're even trying to borrow our clothes just to make us to believe in one Nigeria. One Nigeria is a fraud. It's a fraud. It is a fraud. I urge you all, please, 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 help us get this message out there. One Nigeria is what? Is a fraud. And we need to make sure. Look at the Bullet Hole. On a public train. Bullet hole. Apparently these things are meant to be bulletproof, but they weren't. Somebody was saying, but they're not. And look at the answers he's giving you.
Probably those are the bandit or the terrorists, as you can call it, are also listening to us.
You see?
But to put the record straight.
See, they knew about, so they didn't know about this, but they knew about the place where Buhari was going to go. So the lives of the people don't matter. And would you say that one Nigeria is safe now? Would you say that? Would you? Just looking at these pictures. Is it safe? Is one Nigeria safe?
It is just that something is wrong with this part of the security architecture, especially
you see
our armed forces, because they are the ones that have been saddled.
This armed forces, but you've been recruiting armed forces. You pardoned. The Nigerian government has pardoned Boko Haram. I kid you not. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Let me just go in here now. Let me go back here. So let me see. Nigerian army pardons Boko Haram. Let me just put it here. So you can see it come up in a minute. So here we go. Let me just go over 500. I suppose showed it recently. So let me see. Listen to this. I'm going to show you this now. This is the report by the army. So don't come and say Citizen AY said, or he didn't say. This is the report by the army. And that is even, and I'm sure it's even a conservative estimate anyway. Sorry, I want to just bring this to you. Oh, come on. Oh, excuse me, please. 1 minute. There we go. Okay. Oh man. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but it's not, it seems to be wanting to move. And I don't know why that is frozen at the minute. It shouldn't be doing that at all. Okay, now let me show you. So now here, look at this. Look at this. So the army says almost 6,000 Boko Haram have surrendered to the army. And some 350,000 people have died in the conflict since 12 years ago. Almost 6,000. Yeah? That's one. Let me find your other one. So they say the army, they don't know anything. They don't do this. It's nonsense. Watch this. I'm going to bring this to you to know that this is all a part of their plan. So when this man comes and is telling you all this nonsense about the army is not taking, the army are pardoning, the army are colluding. They are colluding with the terrorists. Watch this now. Let me play this. Let me show you this. See? Nigerian army pardoned 200 Boko Haram fighters. This was in August last year. The another 500 has been pardoned. The army high command noted that a total of one surrendered on Saturday. Army Mange troops Operation Kardin. So I'm not going to go into detail. So if that points to where the problem lies, let me get you something else. T.Y. Danjuma. Yeah. Let me just show you. Let me see if it works. Yeah, that's it here now. The world. Okay. Okay, now. Let me show you what T.Y. Danjuma said. The army collude. Don't take my word for it. Here you go. Listen to this.
State is being.
Listen to this.
But the peace in this state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing.
You heard that again.
In this state.
You heard the Hausa man said ethnic cleansing. You heard T.Y. Danjuma saying again, ethnic cleansing.
And of course, in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude.
You see? You heard. They collude.
They collude.
You see?
They collude.
You see?
With the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians.
You see?
They facilitate their movements.
You see?
They cover them.
You see?
If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
And what does it mean by one by one? Let me show you the pictures again. One. Yeah? One by one. Oh. Let me show you another picture. That's what it means by one by one. Two. Is that not one by one? This Boko Haram, they're now in our military. They even told us that Boko Haram can be a president one day. They told us. These are the things that we are not connecting. It's time we woke up. So I just wanted to just bring that to your attention as a part of what we're discussing. Now let's carry on to what he was saying here. Let's hear.
We have this problem, but what we could
Taraba
do
is a mini state.
With much collaboration by individuals that are supposed to partake in the information issuing. So those gathering the information, either they are getting the wrong information or the people are supplying the wrong information.
Excuses.
So in essence, there has been a very big collaboration between the local communities.
Excuses. You see?
That to the extent that we are not getting it right. We are not getting the correct information.
Excuse upon excuse.
So this has been the problem.
Honorable, that you put this at the desk of intelligence, sometimes compromised intelligence. But then you'll hear that that's also part of the, the warfare itself. There's the warfare you fight on the scale of intelligence, counterintelligence, and all of that. But also speaking to, when you said there are protocols in place, you talked about providing the apparatus. I imagine you're talking weapons, platforms, and all of that. Are you saying that we're okay on that part in terms of, equipping our soldiers with what they need to essentially, go after these bandits? Are we okay on that part as well?
Definitely, in terms of weaponry, like you just said, the apparatus, I can say we are relatively okay, even 70, 80%. Let me give you the instance of the attack on that Monday evening. You can see it takes them, the time of response is just within 10, 15 minutes, and all the Air Force, everything, they were deployed at the scene, and they were able to overcome the bandit. For that, I think we don't have problem. But what of prior to? Look at the time the bandit came on motorbike with some even private buses like these Sharon buses to come so that they would use it to evacuate. You think we can have some apparatus to detect that earlier than that? So that when they were seen, look at the time they took to implant the explosive on the railway. Nobody detected them. They are moving en masse. That's left some question. We are more or less of an attacking, repelling, or repulsive kind of a situation, rather than we should be preventive. So if they have been
repulsive, no, repelling. Repulsive is something that's actually disgusting, sort of repulsive. It makes you just repel is to prevent an attack, to make sure that you neutralize those who are trying to attack, or hit them harder. There was none. I mean,
preempted, they have been cited, planning all this. You saw some unusual movement on the red line. You see all those movement. At least the locals, they must have passed through people that can be able to report. Apart from the locals, we should have some devices be on surveillance, either camera, drones, whatever, to have been monitoring the red line so that we can monitor activities.
Just excuses.
I had Senator Shehu Sani, a former senator, who says that he witnessed about 3 or 4 times that these rail trucks run on cows. Why, for goodness sake, will you allow cows to be around that line? Can't you detect them despite the protective that you put along the red line? So what I'm trying to say in essence, that even in terms of equipment, apparatus, detective in terms of surveillance.
You see, everything he's saying here has no bearing. He's making excuses. We're not interested in your excuses. How many lives are saved? How many? How many lives? We're hearing now there is a fire outbreak in Abuja. This war is coming now. Over 200 shops in Abuja market now. It's sickening. It's crazy. So what I'm trying to get you to really look at now is, really wake up. It's very, 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 very important that we do not fall for this. All of this stuff they're coming to talk now is just to try and, it's an exercise in inertia. It's an exercise in what? Inertia. An exercise in inertia. The practice of doing nothing about a situation. They have no plans to do anything about what is going on. And it's up to you and me to wake up, to actually make the changes and make sure none of this stuff that they cannot be getting away with this any longer. So I wanted to just show you that. Let me do one more thing if I can.
Are not yet equipped, or they are not yet deployed, or they are not being deployed.
Well, Honorable, that's a vexed issue as well. A number of people have spoken to that. Even yesterday, we had some guests.
Listen to the police officer who could talk about
intelligence or a lack of it being a major reason for this occurrence that we have on our hands. But then there are those who also speak to something that you raised earlier, which is the place of community engagement. It would seem like there is a disconnect between the government or the administration or the people running the railway service and the communities through which this service passes through. What kind of engagement should be happening so that that connection that you're talking about is always there and we never lack the information we need to prevent such occurrences?
Now, two things. Number one, but all of them translate into patriotism. How sincere?
You see this nonsense? Patriotism. These people who have come and imposed themselves on us are talking about patriotism. And there are people that are being killed. And they're passionate about Fulanis only. And the indigenous people are being killed. Can you hear this? The trickery, the fraud. It's all a lie.
Am I, or how sincere are the communities that they want to defend the nation? Defending themselves, defending their community, defending their village.
You see, now when we say it now, this is why we say the best thing for us to do as Yorubas is to defend Yoruba land. Igbos to defend Igbo land. Middle Belt to defend Middle Belt land. And push away these Fulani terrorists from our land. But this man here, they're telling us all of this stuff. They're ones giving the Fulani terrorists guns, ammunitions, homes, houses, rehabilitating them, and repurposing them into our military to become the next president if we're not careful. And we need to separate from this contraption called Nigeria. We must. We must. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Please, let's take collective action together. Don't leave it to, like I said, nowhere is safe in contract with Nigeria. Nowhere is safe. So I urge you all, please, once again, if you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY on YouTube, go ahead and do so now. Help us. Facebook, we cannot trust anything they say. We cannot trust anything they say at all, Okay. I need to check that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to check. Sorry, I might have missed some messages. It's not because I don't want to. It's just very, very busy. And sometimes it's difficult to get things done. Let me just make sure. There was a message yesterday. I just didn't see it. I'm going to have a look again. Just make sure. Somebody said left a message, but I couldn't make out what it is. And it's not because I don't want to. It's just that there's a lot of messages, and sometimes you do get very, very, it gets busy. Now, like I said, if you do want to call in and make a comment about what you're hearing, you can call us on +44 7399 580 606. The lines are open. Like I said, I'm intending to be more regular on the broadcast on Citizen AY as often as I can, and on YouTube. Facebook is no longer a trusted thing as far as I'm concerned. We need to make sure that all making unnecessary excuses. Exactly, they are. Exactly, Peter George. So listen to all of this excuse this man is making.
Then at the same time defending the nation. And on the other side, the security personnel. How also patriotic are they that they wouldn't sell information or they will not refuse to act for money? Let me tell you, from our investigations, those bandits, we will look at them as locals will look at them as, I mean, when I say local, I mean local in the local sense. But I'm telling you, they have intelligence. They have people that are supplying them intelligence, though they are also bandits among them. So they are very, very good to take advantage of the situation, both from the personnel and from the community. They gave a heavy money to community, taking advantage of our poverty line and the unpatriotic nature. Even if I am not wealthy, I am poor. If that patriotism is there, then at least I should be able to do the needful and rightly in that manner. So they took advantage of this flag.
We're not interested. You see what this man is saying here? He's just making, this is what they do. They're busy just making excuses instead of protecting the lives of the people. And that is why we can no longer support One Nigeria. If One Nigeria does not, since One Nigeria is not supporting or protecting our lives, let us break it up. Break it up. Let us break it up. Let us what? Let us break it up. Let us break it up. We need to go our own way. Let the Hausas and the Fulanis, if they want to stand together as Arewa in the north, fine, do so. But we, Middle Belt and Southwest and Southeast, we go our own way. We cannot continue. We are being killed on a daily basis. May One Nigeria never happen to us, Ashewa. The reason I say that, I say, I'm saying it, Ashewa. The reason I'm saying this is because, you see, the killings are being orchestrated by those in government who are all non-indigenous. The Fulanis, non-indigenous. The Fulanis are non-indigenous to us, and they are coming and killing. You had the Hausa man. And that's why we need to take collective action. Once again, I urge you, if you're watching this broadcast and you're watching Citizen AY on Facebook, please go to YouTube, subscribe to the platform. We really do appreciate your support. It's very important. We need to build and grow that platform. Hit the subscription button, give us a thumbs up, and also subscribe. Very, very important. Because we need that platform, because Facebook are clearly interfering with what we're doing, keeping the numbers down. Good afternoon to you, Peter George. I see you there on YouTube. Good afternoon to you, Idayatu Moraina. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you also. Only the God of creation can create and uncreate nations. Exactly. Kenneth Chukura. Good afternoon to you also. So those of you who are on YouTube, I see you all. And those of you who are on Facebook, I also greet you all also. Please go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, the platform where we speak truth to power. It's really, really important. You know, one thing I actually also found out, and let me see if I can find out also, but let's listen a bit more now. I'll come back to that. The
government and the personnel, but suffice to say that the security personnel inside, I will now commend our service team, both in the police, the army, those who are engaged in prosecuting this war.
Good morning. Not bad.
I thank you for what you're doing. The point is that I'm a Biafran, and also I want you, I know you're going to do the one, I want you to educate your people.
Yes.
Nigeria is at war.
It is.
Let nobody deceive you.
Yes.
Okay, everything you see in war field is what is going on now in Nigeria.
Yes.
IDP camp everywhere.
Yes, it is.
Fulani could not kill the Biafran people.
No.
They now send the Nigerian army to go and kill them.
Exactly.
And all those Boko Haram bandits they recruited, repented, whatever they name it.
Exactly.
All of them are in Biafra land.
Indeed.
People.
Indeed.
Understand? Look at what is going on in Kaduna.
Yes.
They sack all the indigenous people.
Yes.
And Fulani took over the whole place.
Yes.
If you watch the tape you played.
Yes.
Okay. The guy said that all the government officials are all Fulani.
Yes. Indeed.
And the indigenous people, they don't even have any position.
No.
So those people, they have been enslaved. Okay. I want you to educate your people. That's the most important thing.
It is. It is.
To self-defense is not a crime.
No, it is not.
Everybody has to
whatever you need to defend yourself, that's what you have to hold on to.
Yeah, indeed.
Look at Ibadan Lagos Expressway.
Yes.
It's no go area.
No, exactly.
They are kidnapping. And the government is not doing anything. What does that tell you, my brother?
Exactly.
The government are sponsoring them.
They are.
For British government to come openly and campaigning for one Nigeria, sponsoring the advertisement.
Yes.
What does that tell you?
Exactly.
They are milking Nigeria dry.
Exactly.
If Nigeria, I guarantee you now, if Nigeria divides today, okay, British government is gone because they don't have money. Their resources, the stuff they are stealing from indigenous people of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Their resources. Look at the Zamfara goat.
Yeah.
Local place they mine goat. Who are the ones that are taking the goat? They are the British government taking the goat. Okay, look at Ibadan. Who are mining the goats there?
Yeah. It is.
It's because Ibowu busted it. That's why they go after him.
Yeah.
I want you to educate your people to stand up. Let's do this thing once and for all and defend ourselves.
We must.
That's the only way out.
Yes.
Don't let anybody tell you that it's nothing is going on. We are at war.
We are at war.
It's not officially declared.
Thank you. Exactly.
They are fighting it.
Yeah, exactly.
See the way they are killing people. Okay, if you kill any Fulani man today, the government will act.
Yes.
But if the Fulani being attacking villages,
yeah,
no police, no nothing.
Yeah.
It's going over there.
Yeah.
So I want you to educate your people to stand up and defend themselves. That's the only way out. Fire for fire, this thing will stop. Without fire for fire, they will keep on killing.
Exactly.
Bedouin State. Autumn is lamenting.
Yeah.
That guy is lamenting. See the way they are, and they're encroaching to our side.
They are.
So our people need to stand up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I just thank you for what you're doing, man.
No.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Be here for us to talk.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Do call again. I appreciate my brother. Thanks. Bye now. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Wow. What can I say to that? I can't add any more to what my brother just said there. I cannot add anything more. What he said there is absolutely on point. We are at war. And that is, I think it is clear for us all to see. There's a latest breaking news which I'm going to bring to you again on here as we're watching this now. And sometimes I think we need to do this from that point of view. When you see things, bring it to our attention, because it is gone beyond the question of just waiting around and praying and all of that. We are at war, exactly like my brother just said there. We are at war. This people have an agenda to exterminate, take over the land, oppress, suppress. And unless we take collective action, we're hearing, like I said, let me see if I can find that news. A fire in Abuja, and they say there's a fire in Abuja, apparently. This is by Punch newspapers. Aftermath of midnight fire at Karimu Market. Midnight fire. Let's watch this.
Stores
were
raised.
About 500 stores were raised.
Last year, similar incident happened. I have here with me.
They cannot capture the terrorist killing. They cannot stop the fires burning in the market, and they will not pay compensation. All of this, and you think we are not at war? Wake up! This is by Punch.
One of the victims of last year's incident, and he also, unfortunately, is also one of the victims of this year's incident, and he'll be sharing his experience with us very soon. Good afternoon, bros. What's your name? Okay. Can you tell us? I learned that you were part of those who were affected by the last year. Is it true?
Yeah, very true.
Speak up.
Very true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how were you able to? I know last year's Inferno was much and fire outbreak was much. And how did you manage to get back? And how do you feel now that everything has gone again?
Last year was much, and this year was much worse. That's why last year our shop got burnt, and we actually tried. I even went to get loan from company to equip myself, and we built the shop back. And after building the shop back, it was not even finished paying the debt we're owing. And now the shop got burnt again, and we don't have any insurance cover that we said to let us go to insurance cover to collect some percentage or anything like that. And the government did not even help us last time that the market got bonds. Nobody helped us. Nobody came around. Nobody even asked us how do we do? How do we manage to get back? Just manage ourselves and collected loans from different places. Like me, I've not even paid my loan back. And I lost almost 20 million last year. This year again, because of this year again, the fire outbreak happened again. And I don't know. Even my money I sold from last week, the whole money I sold for last week, right inside the shop. And my books, everything, gone just like that. Didn't keep paying up on the high. I didn't see anything. We're just sleeping and they just told us that the market is burning. Before we came out, my shop has burnt to ashes. All my jewels, everything. I have nothing to embark on now. Last time the government did not even do anything to help us, and this time I don't know.
Like, what do you do in the shop?
I sell cosmetics and attachments to guns.
How many shops do you have here?
I have 4 shops.
4 shops. Last year, how many shops?
The same 4 of them.
4. So you had to rebuild it. 4 shops.
And 1 shop.
So what are you calling on Nigeria? What do you think Nigerians can do for you? Because this is a huge loss. Less than.
Can you see? But they want you to believe in one Nigeria. But they're not going to be there to help you, protect you, to protect your property. So what is one Nigeria? That's why we say break it up. That is why we are putting up, Oh shit. 1 second. Good. 1 second, please. More live by shaking paper. Hello? Check it. Okay. Yeah. So now what I want to do is to just this guy here. Look at this. Look.
8 months.
Begging for help, anybody that can help. I have nothing to do again. Even the money I borrowed, I've not paid. Just trying to pay up. Still having another fire outbreak now. I don't know where to start again all over.
And that's your one Nigeria. In your one Nigeria, people, the government will say they are lazy. He's not lazy. He's got a shop, 4 shops. They burn it up. They won't pay compensation. But if it was a Fulani man now, they will pay for his cow, they will pay for everything. But you're talking about one Nigeria. How? Let's listen on.
Going back to the village or anything, I'm confused right now. I'm like confused, very, very confused. I don't know even to keep myself or what. I don't just know. Like if to keep now is becoming a job, it's a problem because nothing again left for me. Nothing. My packing stock got burned. My warehouse, my shops, 2 shops got my 2 packing stock got burned. No, I don't know what to do. Just pleading for the help of government and citizens. Just help us.
The government should be making sure there's compensation for all of those shop owners, but they don't provide it. But when it comes to Boko Haram, they will pardon Boko Haram, they will give them homes, they will give them land, they will send their skills to school, they will give them money, they will give them cows, they will give them guns. But you're here telling me to support one Nigeria. We need to break it up. We need to because we are being killed every day. Let's listen on to what his story, and I'll come back to the other one. This is in Abuja. He has a shop in Abuja, and over 500 shops were destroyed.
This one. In case I just joined us, we are live at the Kaimo Market. The person I just been speaking with was a victim last year, and in less than 8 months, he was a victim. He said he struggled. He took loans to get back to his feet. That is already, he's still yet to get back when this unfortunately still happened. Last year, this exact spot got burnt. This year, its story is even worse than that of last year. Now? The guy is in tears. A lot of faces are in tears, especially people that. But that one happened to be that he was part of last year's zone and still part of this year's zone. So he has been down, and the mood here, because it's very pensive. We have people who have come to sympathize with these people. Amidst this, we have some scavengers also taking advantage of the situation. So bad here. You see a lot of persons crying A lot of subs, so now most of them are done from there. They can't talk as I speak to you. The one that I just spoke with.
But I'm playing it so we can talk about it and discuss it. I'm showing you destruction. That's your one Nigeria.
It's an unfortunate incident that happened in less than 8 months. People losing millions of naira to.
Now, I'm gonna post that because I want you can watch it on their channel. I don't want to. It's not about me. Sort of. I just want to just make sure you were aware.
Against
terrorism. Now let's go on to what you're saying.
They are trying their best, mopping out the mob. I mean,
this man is just full of excuses. He's got nothing to offer us. We need to. You heard the last caller that called now. We need to. It is a declaration of war, and we need to break away from this contraption.
The mall among themselves, and they are punishing them. That we know, and we don't want to let the tactics there. But suffice to say that they are doing that. But from the community, a lot of them you will see. Why will I allow? And you saw money. So the bandit using the community, giving them money. So I believe more has to be done with the community leaders, community individuals. And let me tell you, if a proper check will be done with the communities around these areas, by now, even the security know where the bandits are hiding.
Indeed, my brother Louis Peter. It says on YouTube, thank you for joining, and I hope you've subscribed. If you have, please do subscribe and let people know. Please do share the broadcast, those of you that are watching us on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, go and subscribe to us on YouTube and subscribe as well. And hit the notification button and give us a thumbs up. He's right. Louis Peter says, godly people will continue to suffer if they continue to believe in one Nigeria. Exactly. You know, it's
they are on Nigerian show, and there is no way using GPS anything they cannot locate them.
You see,
we have advocated for the terrorists that they should be declared as terrorists, bandit, so that you can even.
You see, what was declared? You are the man in government. Can you see what he's saying? We advocated that it should be declared. You are in government, Honorable Abubakar Muhammad. You are the man in government. You are part of the defense committee. So who advocating for what? You are Honorable Abubakar Ahmad. You are in government. So who are you advocating for what? Your job is to protect the people. We don't want to hear stories. It is clearly your plan to take over our land. Just continue and listen to this excuse.
Engage them. By the law in place means that you can identify their target, go there and finish them. Why can't you do that?
Let's get the benefit.
Because
pardon me, Honorable. Let's try to get the benefit of the experience of retired Commissioner of Police in Kaduna State, Mr. Agiole Abe, who joins us also this morning via phone. Mr. Abe, thank you for hanging on. I mean, this is an area you know quite well, and across that rail track, there are dozens and dozens of communities, you know, left and right that just, you know, crisscross that rail track. And there's been a lot of conversation around intelligence gathering, how these bandits may be hiding in these communities. Some have mentioned Rijana and other communities. Some would also tell you that the primary role of the police is to gather intelligence, the intelligence needed, and disseminate it across board. What are we missing here, really? Because it seems we know the challenge, but implementing and winning this war has been a big challenge. So what are we missing?
Hello?
Hear me.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. And the incident is quite unfortunate. And my condolences to the families of those that lost their lives, and pray that those that are receiving treatment in the hospital recover soon. This issue of security is reoccurring. I listened to the Honorable, and what I want to say here is we appear to know the problems.
You see?
From the police level to the community level to the policymakers, we know the problem.
You see?
It has not been analyzed perfectly. But the question is, what are we doing to get it right?
They don't want to do anything.
Yes, there are lots that can be done. The security services are doing so much now, but the question is, are we actually responding appropriately to the current wave of crime?
Are you listening?
I think I view it differently. As the character.
You see exactly the point. They are not responding to the high level of crime. They are just talking. The Honorable Abubakar, whatever, Ahmad, that came, he was just talking nonsense. There was nothing of concrete offer. He's in security committee, but he cannot protect a single life. Those lives, his job should be to mandate to ensure that the security architecture protects the lives of the people. But no, they just come and talk, just like this man is saying, that they're talking. That's all they're doing.
Crimes in the society changes.
They're not proactive, so they're just reacting.
Architecture respond efficiently to that particular type of crime. The train incident, for instance, when we pick police officers who are not trained to respond to particular crime, we are not getting good results at all. You can't do the wrong thing.
How many officers do we have? I don't think we have up to 500,000 officers in the whole of Nigeria. I don't think we have up to 500,000 officers in a nation of 120 million people. 210 million people. I don't think we have up to 500,000. And the training they get, is there any training? Look, let's break it up. It's clearly too big.
I think you're going to get it right. What are the kind of things we do to prevent future occurrence of this kind of incidents? Please, for God's sake, we train officers. We train officers for this particular crime. Special officers that can respond. That in case of an attack on this place, what do they do? First of all, what are their own personal safety instincts they have to do in order to kind of counter these attacks? You don't just
God
take
bless my
people
brother,
because
Louis
they have
Peter.
guns,
God bless you, my brother.
to enter the train and tell them, look, protect the train. Other people are not going to get results. If they succeed, that is maybe, but they cannot succeed on environment that they are not trained for. I think in that aspect, we must prefer to respond efficiently with the type of crimes being committed. Secondly, what are even the current police officers or military officers that are on this assignment, what kind of military gear or operational gear do they have?
Let me just show you a message that's on. I wanted you to see this because it is so important. I'm actually going to pin it and I'll read it to you. It is so important because the officer is making a lot of points here. So let's see if I can get it up. Can I get it there? Yeah. Let me do that. So look at this message. This is a top chat on Citizen AY on YouTube by Louis Peter. Thank you very much. It says, clearly, the Fulani-led government are killing people at will, yet foolish people keep clamoring for one Nigeria. That is the point that we're making here. And I couldn't make that point any more clearer. The words there, I want you to consider those words. He says, and well, thanks for that message, Louis Peter, my brother. He says, clearly, the Fulani-led government are killing people at will, yet foolish people keep clamoring for one Nigeria. And that is the point that is being made here. We cannot continue to ignore what is really harming us and continue to just talk about we can't be one with these people. Plain fact. Now, let me listen on and I'll come back and play you the video of the British thing again so you can see. Let's carry on. Thank you very much for those comments, Louis Peter, my brother. Please, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to Citizen
Are you still there?
We
seem to have lost your connection.
Or
can you still hear me?
Let's hear what the man will come and say now.
I do not believe we are doing enough to bridge a gap between us and the communities. The Honorable says the bandits or who they have overbearing effect on this.
He's got problems with the network, but we'll see. Hopefully that will clear up. But I'm bringing this to your attention because we need to be very, very clear.
Well, it looks like one of those mornings where we have a sketchy phone connection, but we'll try to reconnect with Mr. Aguilar Bay, retired police.
Let's go back again.
is the best possible outcome.
Let's listen to
in this situation.
Let's listen to the excuse made by this one again.
Well, the benefits are really abound and they're very clear. You know, when the high echelon, the leaders, I mean the security chiefs come to us, we will now discuss either in camera to know their problem now, since we are now on a mission.
Can you see? It's now that they now know. This is like, it's like my brother said, Lupita, they're killing people at will. We cannot continue to support one Nigeria. We truly cannot.
And that's rescue mission. What are their handicaps? What are the impediments? Does this impediment require some legislative intervention that we can do it ex parte? Such you cannot do with lower subordinate. So we want to hear from them. They were at the crime scene. They have seen the president. They have briefed the president. It's not every information that they will leak that everybody within the hierarchy of the command must know. So we want to hear.
We're not interested in that. We're not interested in the operation. The fact that people are being killed is what we are talking to. Nobody wants to know how they do their stuff, as long as they protect the people. That is all we are interested in. All of this stuff. This guy is just talking. He has nothing to offer us. That is why we're saying, break it up. Referendum now. Break it up.
We are from them. When we do probably the public something hearing, then we can close and then they give.
Meanwhile, lives are being lost every day. All you can come up with is hearing. We're not interested in hearing. It's too late. Lives are lost. That's why we keep saying, may Nigeria never happen to also Ashewa. You know, we're saying this. May Nigeria never happen to also Ashewa. And, you know, because every time it happens to us, people are killed. People are being killed on a daily basis.
For those sensitive information, and we will see how to act, so that by the time they appear, it will enable us to do the Chinese talk, you know, talk behind scene, get solutions, because we are after solution now. And up to now,
the solution they want is to take over the land. That is their solution. That's all they're interested in. That is the only thing they're interested in. Do not believe any of these excuses they're making. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please, I urge you, go ahead. If you are watching for the first time on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. Here you go. This is how you do it. Subscribe to Citizen Network on YouTube. Hit the notification button. And of course, give us the thumbs up. We really do need your thumbs up. It's very important to grow the platform. Facebook are playing a lot of games. Let me go and look at what is happening on Facebook as I talk to you now regarding Citizen Network. I'll probably be wrapping up in the next half an hour, 20 minutes or so. But I wanted to just bring this to attention. I will listen to that guy and I will play back the video of those who are telling us the country that has gone for Brexit is telling us to stay in one Nigeria, and to see the hypocrisy of that stand. Because one Nigeria is clearly the killing. It's happening to too many of us and dying in the process. And we need to wake up and actually address this. One Nigeria is, you know, is a noose around our necks collectively, and we want no part of it. And we have the right to do so, just like the UK had the right to leave leave Brexit. We have that right, you know. So and this is what we're saying. We're saying it loud and clear. Please, as you're watching, don't forget to go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We really need your support. We're grateful for those of you who are subscribing to us, and continue to help us spread the message. We're giving this information to you to make you aware of what is going on and the crazy things that is being done. And we need to put a stop to this, and we need to confront it. Now, let's listen on to yet more excuses from this man. And let's
see any information from the bandit. What was the motive of their attack? Well, we know first to tell us that we are so porous that they can invade and act anytime. They fought attack the airport to show how they can and how our facilities are being vulnerable. Then now the railways, about 2 attacks, bombing. So it's sending signals. They have not packed captives. They have not even reached out either for ransom, which probably eventually it may not. Now the situation on ground is when they appear, we will hear from them firsthand. And there are some other things that the legislative arm can come. Do we need to talk to the president? Do we need to talk to them? Do we need to augment? Do we need to give them an express kind of something to acquire an emergency weapon? Do they need to hire war contractors? Something like that. We need to know, because we have to safeguard the rail line, the airport, not even the road. Even the road has to be. So lack of appearing, lack of honoring, really, I mean, put us at a kind of a level that we can't even.
Can you see? Tell me of anything of what is said there makes any sense. None of what is said there makes any sense whatsoever. It's just an excuse. And we need to know that they have nothing to offer but the oppression and suppression of non-indigenous of indigenous people. These non-indigenous people want to oppress and suppress indigenous people. It is time for us to break it up. We have to go for a referendum now. And we are at war. We need to defend ourselves. Vigilante groups all over. They're burning shops left, right, and center. They're killing people. They're abducting. And these people are not... When they go to hospital, to police station, they get released without anything. They get a call from Abuja. They have to be released. These are things that we need to wake up and speak about.
We lack vocabulary to even quantify, just to say we are disappointed.
You see? But no, what it means is secretly they are happy, because their goal is to take over our land, and we need to wake up to that danger. We are at war. This is an undeclared war, very much like the last caller stated.
Well, Honorable, one of the things that I also heard Mr. Agiole mention earlier, which you also tried to respond to, is that community engagement. If you heard him clearly, he said, we don't seem to have breached that gap of community engagement. And the question that came to my mind for you, Honorable, is these communities have representatives in the houses of assembly, in the House of Assembly in their states, and in the National Assembly, where you also chair the Defense Committee. Is there a role that you think that their representation of their people can play in bridging that community engagement gap? They represent the people in the National Assembly.
Definitely. In fact, just yesterday, I don't want to tell the public our strategy, but I think we have to deposit here. Just yesterday at the Defense Committee, we sat and mapped out that we are going to identify the communities between...
They are always going to. What about proactiveness? This after the event, all of this is just, medicine after death. This is medicine after death. It will not work. We're not interested. Please, those of you who are One Nigeria, this message, we are playing back what he's saying here, not because we believe in One Nigeria, but for you to wake up, to know that One Nigeria is a fraud. It's a lie. We need to wake up. We spread this message. Tell our people we need to defend ourselves as Middle Beltans, as Igbos, as Oduduwa people, even the Hausas. Defend yourself, defend your land. You heard what Danjuma, T.Y. Danjuma said. Let me play that again to remind us, to wake us up, those of you who may be asleep. So if you believe in that lie, it is a lie that is being used to hoodwink you, and you need to wake up quick. You need to wake up and not accept that nonsense. Let me bring that to you. Play that again one more time. They collude. This is what we're saying. We need to stop, listen to this.
Taraba is a mini state. It's a mini Nigeria composed of various ethnic groups living together reasonably peacefully. But the peace in this state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing.
You hearing?
In this state, and of course in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it.
You see?
We must stop it.
Yeah, so
every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral.
There you go. Listen,
they collude.
Yeah, they collude.
They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements.
There you go.
They cover them.
There you go. Plain fact.
If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
See?
The ethnic cleansing must stop in Taraba State. It must stop in all the states of Nigeria. Otherwise, Somalia will be a child's play. I ask every one of you to be alert and defend your country.
Did you hear that? Defend.
Defend your territory. Defend your state.
Defend your state, you see?
You have nowhere else to go.
You see?
You have nowhere else to go.
You see?
God bless our country.
I don't know about God bless Nigeria. I'm not talking about part of people that talk about God bless Nigeria. Nigeria is a curse. Nigeria is a curse on my ancestors. It's a curse that we need to lift. Nigeria is one Nigeria, may it never happen to us all. One Nigeria is killing Nigerians. The pictures I showed you before, as I was saying it, that's one Nigeria. One Nigeria has happened to her. May her soul rest in peace. Another one. One Nigeria has happened to. 1 minute. One Nigeria has happened to her. Those two. One Nigeria has happened to them. Dr. Chinole, may her soul rest in peace. Lawyer Farida. That's one Nigeria. One Nigeria has happened to them. And that is why we're saying we cannot continue to talk and speak up and say something. One Nigeria is a fraud. So when this man talks, so I needed to bring the context. So when this man is talking, he's talking about the one Nigeria where your life, you don't exist as a Southerner. They take your land. This man is making excuses. Their plan is to continue. He supports what the military is doing. Very much like he's on the look, he's a member of the House of Reps Committee on Defense and a member of the government. He's in APC. Listen on to what he has to say.
Niger, Kaduna, Katsina, and then Zamfara, then come to this, okay, Berlingari is still Kaduna, so that we will now call their representative, then give them some tips. We have some security expert consultant that we are engaging outside the house, and those that are either past or, retired personnel. We have engaged them so that we will now use this representative to engage. In different committees, we use it for TCN, this transition company. When we are having problem with wayleave, we engage the rest of the community. We do some talk.
Nonsense. He did not address. The Hausa man said, when the Fulani terrorists are coming, the network was down. Now tell me, do you think that is being done by the terrorists or by those in government? Let us reason. Let us reason this out ourselves. Let us reason this out. I want us to really look at this. Let us reason out what is being done here. The Hausa man said that in the area when they were being attacked, the whole network was down, so they couldn't even call out. And this man is here telling us, oh, they're doing all the... We're not interested. This is all a game. We need to wake up. Our job is to defend our land, defend our people, defend our women, protect ourselves via vigilante. We have the right to life, and we have to go for self-determination. That's why we say break it up. We say it clearly, break it up. Let's listen more.
And because you see some shrine, you come, you do survey, there's no shrine. Then tomorrow when you come back to contractors deployed to site, there's...
You see what they're talking about. Who's interested in that? We're talking about the steps you take to make sure that people within that country are safe. You are on the security committee and you are coming to talk to at such such nonsense. We're not interested. We're not interested.
The mobile shrine. So I don't want to go into that. It's also another cup of tea. But we use these tactics and it works. So
there is no tactics that work. People are dying. Are you not listening? We keep saying, may one Nigeria never happen to us. As Southerners, we don't want it. May one Nigeria never happen to us.
Presently, as from yesterday, we are working out a model of this engaging. Definitely, we know that this representative will play a bigger role. We want to go even higher. With the representative, we now identify community leaders so that we reach out to them so that we can sensitize. And I don't want to say, don't be surprised if people that are really, I don't want to say non-compliant, but if they refuse, we have a non-cooperation from a community. I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Non-compliance. We are determined to see that all the communities are wiped out. That was a sleep. That is what they are doing. He just exposed what they are doing. Let us listen again. Oh, listen. He exposed it. Oh, listen. Oh, listen. Listen. Oh.
These communities have representatives in the houses of assembly, in the House of Assembly in their states, and in the National Assembly, where you also chair the Defense Committee. Is there a role that you think that their representation of their people can play in bridging that community engagement gap? They represent the people in the National Assembly.
Listen.
Definitely. In fact, just yesterday, I don't want to tell the public our strategy, but I think we have to deposit here. Just yesterday at the Defense Committee, we sat and mapped out that we are going to identify communities between Niger, Kaduna, Katsina, and then Zamfara, then come to this, okay, Berlingari is still Kaduna, so that we will now call their representative, then give them some tips. We have some security expert consultant that we are engaging outside the house, and those that are either past or retired personnel, we have engaged them so that we will now use this representative to engage. In different committees, we use it for TCN, this transition company.
What he means to say there is Power Holding Company of Nigeria, but he can't even say it, and he's a minister. I am not even in the country. And I know that. But this guy doesn't even know it. And he's in government. And you still believe in one Nigeria. Please, let's break it up.
When we are having problems with where we engage the rest of the community. We do some talks.
Listen.
And because you see some shrine. You come, you do survey, there's no shrine. Then tomorrow when you come back to contractors deployed to site, there's a mobile shrine. So I don't want to go into that. It's also another cup of tea. But we use these tactics and it works. So
listen to this. Listen to
presently, as from yesterday, we are working out a model of this engaging. Definitely, we know that this representative will play a bigger role. We want to go even higher. With the representative, we now identify community leaders so that we reach out to them so that we can sensitize. And I don't want to say, don't be surprised if people that are really, I don't want to say non-compliant, but if they refuse, we have a non-cooperation from a community. I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out.
Did you see what he said there? Even all the communities are wiped out, which means this is what he has just exposed exactly what they're doing. Now, let me show you a video to back up what I'm saying. The community ran. The Hausa man from that community, they ran. Let me show you this video if I can find it. I'm hoping I can get the video out. Because you see, we need to we have to reference exactly what they're saying by evidence. The evidence of people leaving those communities. And this man, when he talks and he says what he's saying, we can't just be silent and just think, oh, okay, he said it. Let me show you. Yeah, they say, let me move this here. I want to quickly show you what it means to wipe out a community. What is the this is what they means when they say wipe out a community. Listen to this. Listen. That's a community living. They're living their community. You see? People are running away from the community. So he has actually exposed what they are doing on air. He mistakenly exposed it that we will wipe them out if they don't comply. A government, it is not a job to wipe out anybody if they don't comply. Your job is to arrest them, jail them. So you can see the double standards in what he's actually exposed the government, the plan, live on air. Live on air. See? And these are the people who are fleeing because of his actions, because they don't want to be killed anymore by Boko Haram and the terrorists. So you see, so these are I am bringing this to you to make us really look at what is going on air. I'm going to play back a little bit. Listen to it.
To them so that we can sensitize. And I don't want to say, don't be surprised.
This is the real policy. This is the real policy that is exposed right here. And it's on the Security Committee. Listen to it all.
I mean, people that are really, I don't want to say non-compliant, but if they refuse, we have a non-cooperation from a community, I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out.
All the communities are wiped out. Is that the job of a governance to wipe out communities? Is it? Those of you speaking One Nigeria, come on and tell us, come and listen to this. This is the man telling you that they're going to wipe out a community. Is that their job? So on the one hand, they are pardoning Boko Haram terrorists. But when a community resists them, they will wipe them out. But they are pardoning the Boko Haram terrorists. Can you not see? This is the real plan that, and we're all sitting here looking. We are all sitting here looking. Let me play it again. Listen to those words. Listen.
Side, there's a mobile shrine. So I don't want to go into that. It's also another cup of tea. But we use these tactics and it works. So presently, as from yesterday, we are marching out.
Let me
really
listen.
I don't want to say non-compliant, but if they refuse, we have a non-cooperation from a community.
Wipe out.
I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out.
A non-compliance by the community. I'm telling you, because they didn't comply, you wipe them out. That's the plan, isn't it? Are they not wiping out people right now? He misspoke. He actually exposed what they were trying to do on air. He actually exposed it. Do you agree with me or not? Does this not look like a slip of tongue? He actually exposed what they were really trying to do. He mistakenly exposed that they were going to wipe out for non-compliance. The job of a government is to protect a community. If anybody failed to comply with something, you're supposed to arrest them and put them in jail, get them through the process, and rehabilitate others, and protect the others. Not wipe out the community, which is what they're doing. Wow. Wow. My people, I don't know how you see this. So, me, I was going to be wrapping up, but let's have your thoughts and comments on this, please. How do you see what the man just said now? Bear in mind, he said that non-compliance by a community would mean that the government will wipe them out. That's what he just said. Live. That's what he just said. Are you following what's being said here? Please, let's have your comments. Those of you watching, how do you see this? Am I hearing it wrong, or is it me?
EBM is an example. So we have identified this. But like I told you, some of these strategies, we don't want to say it on air. but much is being done, just like the retired commissioner have said. What is to be done is like every day we are waking up with different scenario. There are so many factors contributing to that. Poverty is there, lack of employment is there. But to me, when you are patriotic, then I think the job will be easy. But let me tell you,
Honorable,
something is being done and is being done very fast.
Please hang on.
Some of these strategies, we don't want to say it on air, but much is being done, just like the retired commissioner have said. What is to be done is like every day we are waiting.
Yeah.
But if they refuse, we have a non-cooperation from a community. I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out.
They are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out for non-compliance. And what is non-compliance? Non-compliance is if you refuse to give up your land. They would. This is just exposed this. How do you see it? Those of you watching me now, I know the numbers. How do you see? Are you following what I'm actually pointing out here? Because these are the kind of points that we need to really emphasize to make sure that those who are supporting One Nigeria understand that their agenda, the Fulani agenda, has just been exposed live on air. Wipe out of an entire community for non-compliance. Listen.
Communities are wiped out.
Listen.
We want to go even higher.
Listen.
With the representative, we now identify community leaders so that we reach out to them so that we can sensitize. And I don't want to say, don't be surprised if people that are really, I don't want to say non-compliant, but if they refuse, we have a non-cooperation from a community. I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out.
Did you hear that? He's determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out for non-compliance. Non-compliance with what? They're living in their land. The Fulanis are coming to attack them. The terrorists are coming to attack them. They defend themselves. They're killed. So now you're saying you're white. This is open on air. How do you see it? Please leave comments on YouTube. I'll read it. Leave comments on Citizen AY or Oduduwa TV Radio. Because this is something that is affecting us all. I was really going to actually wind down a little bit. But hearing this message, this is something that we should all be... This is like... I don't even know what to say. Let me do something. I'm going to do something quickly here. Since I'm actually... Excuse me, please. Let me just do something. I'm going to wind that back. Now, let me just... Okay, now...
I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all...
Let me just go back.
Yesterday, we are much on... people that are really... I don't want to say non-compliant, but if they refuse, we have a non-cooperation from a community. I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out. Zaki Biam is an...
That is from... Let me get his name out. That is from... Okay. That is from our Honorable Abubakar Ahmad, talking about wiping out a community for non-compliance. That is what you just heard. You didn't hear wrongly. That is what you just heard on this show, on Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. And you're telling me to believe in One Nigeria. Under what circumstances does any honorable have the power to say they will wipe out the community? None. He has inadvertently exposed what their intentions.
It's like every day to them so that we can sensitize. And I don't want to say, don't be surprised if people that are really, I don't want to say non-compliant, but if they refuse, we have a non-cooperation from a community. I'm telling you, we are determined to see that even all the communities are wiped out. Zaki BM is an example. So we have identified this. But like I told you, some of these strategies we don't want to say.
These are the kind of things that is being said. This guy should already be arrested because he just exposed the very thing we've been talking about. Your job is to serve community, not to wipe them out. You know, that's what I'm saying. Please let all Yoruba know about it. Let them talking about what this man said. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. We are sitting down here. These guys are telling us in camera. I'm going to make sure that is disseminated presently. I'm working on that. That's why I've just done something. So that will be going out live soon. But this is where I urge us all. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. I'm telling you, I kid you not, the information that we give on here, you will not see it anywhere else. You won't. Because what we do is we look at information, we study things, we analyze it, and then we come back and look at details and things, Yeah, exactly. Very, very good. Arolo, my brother. Yes, we are going to spread that information. And these are the kind of things that we want to bring to you. These are meaningful information. These guys, this is their plan. That is their plan. They've given us in live on air, on channels. Nobody will challenge that. But you heard it here on Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I urge you all, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed already to Citizen AY on YouTube, please do so. I am going to be doing this program again in Oduduwa TV Radio in Yoruba. I'll probably do it when we're doing the broadcast later on as the group. This is going to be probably from part of our discussion because people need to be aware. And we're going to play this section where he actually talks about non-compliance will result in a wipeout of the entire community. Wipeout. What does that mean to you? Is that the job that we gave them to do? Is it the job? Yet more evidence of why we need to go for self-determination, referendum now, Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, Middle Belt. We need to go our separate ways. Let's listen a little bit more, and maybe I'll wrap it
on air. But much is being done, just like the retired commissioner have said. What is to be done is like every day we are waking up with different scenarios. There are so many factors contributing.
See, they're coming up with different scenarios. Again, the scenarios is how to take our land. That is all they're looking for. And we need to wake up fast. The Hausa man has said it. The Fulanis are after their land. They don't care about your religion. And that is what is evident here.
To that. Poverty is there. Lack of employment is there. But to me, when you are patriotic.
You see, what is patriotic when the government is not making your life safe? How can you be patriotic when the government fails to protect you? The primary responsibility of governance is to provide safety and security for the citizens. It says so in the Constitution, Section 14.1 or 14.2, something like that. That's what it says. But the government is not fulfilling that, and yet you're here talking about patriotism. Patriotism as to what? One Nigeria, may it never happen to you, my people. May it never happen to you. We need to break it up.
Then I think the job will be easy. But let me tell you,
Honorable,
something is being done and is being done very fast.
Please hang on a minute. We have Mr. Aguilar back on the phone joining us this morning. Mr. Abe, you were making a point about equipping the men in terms of response. So that was when we lost you. So I'd like you to land on that point before I take you up on some other issues.
Please share this broadcast. Please, very important.
Please, can you come again, just briefly?
Okay, I said you were making a point about equipping the men to respond to issues like this just before you were cut off. So please go ahead.
Yes, like I was saying. Let me make a little comment on. I listened to the Honorable very well, and some of these points he raised regarding community efforts and the government. This issue has, if we go back to records, all these things have not previously been done. It's not yielding results.
You see?
We've already had contact with communities.
There you go.
We already made contact for them to reach out to these bandits. It's reversing. It's not working.
There you go.
For God's sake, first of all,
you see,
can this security apparatus?
He said it's not working. You see, so the man who's coming up, that honorable or whatever, the honorable. This man has said everything they say they tried is not working. And it will not work because their agenda is different from what should be the normal agenda. The agenda is to take our land as Middle Belters, Southerners, and Southerners, and the Hausas. The non-indigenous Fulanis want the land, period.
To effectively manage this crisis, yes.
So
your challenge is you're listening to yourself.
So that I came out from. The current IT, fine, he's doing perfectly well. He came in at a time things have visually gone wrong. He came in at a time, honestly, you need a serious intervention. The police morale is quite low.
You see?
Not just the financial things that come to the policemen themselves, but what they operate with is certainly below standard in a country of this at this particular century.
Fact. That's why we need to dismantle it.
Back to colonial days.
You see, they're back to colonial days.
Our mentality has not changed because we have not acquired different concepts to policing in this present era. It's affecting us. If we are responding, I saw the officers and men that responded. What kind of gear are they carrying? In case of an emergency within the scene of crime, how do they intend to respond? These are areas we should see, particularly for now. Honestly, the issue of attack on this train, I think this is the second time within a space of time. By now, we should be drawing up an architecture to prevent future occurrence. Yes, we cannot occupy the whole space, but when the crime occurs, we can respond. And what we do is the same men that are inside, because we cannot rule out the issue of each time we keep making statements about police officers, possibly betray some of this operational plan. This thing has been recurring for too long.
There you go.
It shouldn't be our problem any longer. Are the generality of the police ready to work? Yes.
I'll need to come in now. Yes, we're trying to make the best of the call quality we're getting from Mr. Abe's connection, just so we can get the benefit of it.
I wish you would let him talk, because he was hitting the nail on the head, just making excuses. And that is what that honorable was doing.
His experience, but now we need to go to a break. But when we return, there are a lot of issues to consider, especially the latest plan moving forward.
Let's have a look at the plan. Like you, this one. You see, now let me play this one to you. This is the one. Let me. This is the one that I showed earlier.
Come up on my compound.
Let me. This is what. Listen to this one.
Yes, Nami.
Oga landlord, me go need one room for this your house. So.
Okay, sure you get work where you do.
Yes, I be nurse.
You know go they owe me be that now.
Now how much be your rent, Seth?
Not just 90,000 naira. Wait, this guy, where you come from, Seth?
Okay, I come from Akamata.
Akamata? No talk am again. My spirit and Akamata people know they ever join.
Okay, what's happen now?
Don't fall for it. I'm showing you again.
People sabi do for that Akamata. Come over here.
Haba, Papa, what did this innocent girl do you now? Now people like you, they spoil Nigeria, Papa.
I think you don't see them now. My people.
Watch the pictures. I'm going somewhere with this. Watch this picture closely. You can see it's Yoruba. You see there's Benin people, Yoruba, and others. I think now Fulani. Now they put
because now one mama we get.
Now look.
Nigeria. Make we love ourselves because now only together we go fit to make our country better for us and our children them. One heart plus one love equals better Nigeria. Now the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from the UK government.
You see, support from the UK government. They are the ones behind trying to keep this one Nigeria. Remember, the UK left Europe. I want you to remember that the UK left Europe, and they had a referendum. Let me get that referendum out, because I don't want people to be telling me I was going to get it earlier on and I forgot. But I'm trying to make sure it's a point that's been made here, and we need to really just be very, very clear with ourselves. And we cannot continue on this journey and telling us somebody will telling you, oh, to do support a referendum, which is a joke. We cannot continue to support something that's oppressing us. We cannot. Sorry, we cannot continue to support one Nigeria when they went for a referendum. Sorry, I'm going to forward that now. You will see it come up in a minute. It's just that these are things that we must really be very, very hot on. So I wanted to I saw that, and I wanted you to really understand that these are part of the things that we need to address. We have the right to go for self-determination, and nobody, the UK or anybody, has the right to tell us, oh, you cannot go and you cannot. You have to be part of what we tell you. We're not kids, you know. They're treating us, you know, as though we don't have a brain. And it's time we reject that nonsense. I flatly reject it. I want no part of it. The people's voices must be heard. The people want to go their own way, and that is what must happen. Let me go back again. Let me just go there and then here. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Something is going on there. I can't quite work out what's going on. 1 minute. I'm just going to show you the referendum thing, because it's important. Here we go. Now you will see it come up in a minute. I'm just going to show you. See, this is the UK. They had the referendum, and in that referendum, took place on the 23rd of June 2016. 65 million people voted. 17 million people voted to leave. 16 million voted to stay. All we are asking for is the same right. Those same people should not come and tell us that we should stay in one Nigeria when we are being oppressed. That is the point that's been made here. I hope that makes sense to you. So this is, play that again, then I'll bring it to this thing here. Let me just show you quickly. Now, watch this. Okay, sorry. In fact, you know what? I'm going to leave that. I'm going to go and play it on the video thing, which I have. I have it somewhere. Okay, now, let's go and do this. I'll go here. So I'm playing the whole thing to you in its entirety. Here we go. So now, watch this now. To show you the nonsense.
They bringing out this message.
Sorry, now go back.
Good afternoon, Oga. Now you be the landlord.
Yes,
here we go. Listen.
Oga landlord, me go need one.
Listen closely, then I will play back and show the referendum.
You know, they owe me that now.
Now how much be your rent, Seth?
Not just 90,000 naira. Wait, this guy, where you come from, Seth?
Oga, I come from Akamata.
Akamata? No talk am again. My spirit and Akamata people no they ever join.
Oga, wetin happen now?
Come over for my compound. Now so baba thing na people sabi do for that Akamata. Come over here.
Haba, Papa, wetin this innocent girl do you now? Now people like you, they spoil Nigeria, Papa.
I think you don't see them now. My people, they talk, say jollof rice, we dey for bottom pot today. Go day top of cooler tomorrow. As I take need you now, so you self need me. Because now one mama we get, we be Nigeria.
See the
we
trick.
love ourselves. Because now only together we go fit to make our country better for us and our children them. One heart plus one love equals better Nigeria.
See now.
Now the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from the UK government, they bringing out this message.
You see, so I'm showing you that.
Now you be the landlord.
I'm showing you that to make you understand. Now let's go back to, I'm going to make this, let's go immediately to, I want you to know, in the UK, on the 23rd of June, 2016, I kid you not, I don't mess about. I talk about facts, and I'm giving you facts, and I want you to take this information, share it to people, make them understand that the very country that's telling us to stay together took a decision, a popular referendum among the people, to vote to leave the EU when it didn't suit them. We are saying, as Yorubas, as Igbos, as Middle Beltans, as Hausas, that Nigeria does not suit us, and we have the same right. that the UK gave itself when it put the referendum before the people to vote, to ask the people, should we stay in Europe or should we leave? That is all we are saying. And we stand by that. Now, let me go and give you a little bit more detail about this. Look at this. During the vote on the 23rd of June 2016, they campaigned. They did both sides. Those supporting EU campaigned. Those against, they campaigned. They went around the country, they campaigned. And on the 23rd of June, they carried out the referendum. And here is the result of the referendum. The vote was on the 65 million people voted in the UK. 70 million people voted to leave. 16 million voted to remain. 17 million represented 51% of the population. 16 million represented 48% of the population, and the majority won. And they had 33 million valid votes. 0.1, less than 0.100, 99.92% of the population is said there. So the point I'm making here, the result was, on the basis of that vote, the UK left EU. All we are saying, in the face of the killings, may one Nigeria never happen to you and I. In the face of the killings of indigenous people by the Fulanis who have been brought in across from the whole of Africa, we have the right to carry out the same thing. Go for referendum. That is all we're asking for. And please share this to anybody. Share it on all platforms. Make people aware. The same thing that the UK did is what we are doing. We are advocating for independence. UK advocated for self-independence to break away from Europe. We are advocating for independence for Yoruba people, Igbos, Biafrans, and Middle Belt, and even the Hausas. And the non-indigenous people, the Fulanis, are oppressing us in our land. So I wanted to state that. I hope this makes sense to you. Please share this broadcast. Cut this clip out, share it. And I'll try and do the same thing myself. This is really, really important. I might even redo that bit again. But let's see. For now, for the purpose of what I'm doing now, I want us to really understand that this is what we're going for. We're justified. We're justified. We don't want to be part of contraction Nigeria. We are fed up of being oppressed in our own land by the non-indigenous Fulani people. Even the Hausas are complaining, and we need to wake up. I urge you all, please don't be silent on this. Subscribe to Citizen AY. Help us carry this message. If this resonates with you, please share this broadcast. Subscribe to Citizen AY. Help, go on YouTube now, subscribe. Hit subscription, hit notification button, give us a thumbs up. We really need your support. This is what we need to do. We are at war already. And we need to make sure that we defend ourselves and go for the right for self-determination, just like the UK did. Nothing more, nothing less. And nobody should tell us to stay in one UK. The UK government has no right to tell us to stay in a contraption where we're being killed. That is our decision as people of Yoruba land, of Biafra, of Middle. That is our right. It's a nation of 60 million cannot be dictating to a nation of 200 million our fate and our future. We must have that. We will not. Nobody in Nigeria wants to decide the future of the UK. So why should UK decide the future in Yoruba land? Nobody in Yoruba land wants to decide the future of people in UK. That we want. They need to have decided themselves. Equally, we have that right to decide our own future via a referendum. So we do not want the UK coming in and imposing upon us this imagined unity. It's a fake unity. It is a fake unity. So we need to speak up about it. And I brought that video out to expose the lie. And you saw at the end of the video that it was actually sponsored by the UK. And that is ignoring the killings. The one Nigeria that they're talking about is happening to far too many, whereby people are being killed. But they're not going to take responsibility for that killing. But they're only interested in unity. That tells you it's not real. It's time we woke up. I'm saying this now. We need to wake up. I hope this, is at war already. It is. So please, I'm urging you all, if you're hearing this message, share it. Share it far and wide. Now let's listen a little bit more to that. And I'll play that video one more time before I go. But I want to just make sure. So again, you can see, it's in black and white. They voted in the referendum. Leave, remain. Same thing. Do we want to be part of Nigeria or do we want to remain? That is what we want. Let's have that in each of the as Igbos, as Yorubas, as Middle Belters. We demand for that. But at the time, from here, we need to start protecting ourselves with vigilante groups. Now let's carry on and watch the excuse now.
Your Excellency, sir, the President had given directive that work should commence
immediately. You can't disobey presidential orders. If you disobey, it's at your own detriment. So work will start immediately. And the military has promised us security while work. It's about between 1 and 2 kilometers of rail.
So also, should Nigerians be expecting to see rail service on Abuja, Kaduna?
I'm not an engineer. Only the engineer will tell you when they will complete the work. And you see, it depends on Twitter, things they have to import from over.
Anyway, do you feel safe on roads, on air, on sea, on land? Are you safe on air, roads, sea, or rail? Are you safe on any of them? Do you feel safe? So whatever they are saying here, do you believe them? Can you trust them? Can you trust them? Can you? Can you now see that we should pray, we have to break it up. It is time to break it up. So my final thought on this, I want to thank you all for joining me. We've been here for over 3 hours now. My final thoughts on this is this. If you're getting this message, you heard Dr. Honorable Abubakar Ahmad telling us that non-compliance by people, it came out by accident, will mean that they will completely wipe out that community. And nobody has the right to wipe out any community. The only reason why they want to wipe it out is because they want to take the land. And that is what is happening. So please share this message. I'll come back with something later on that. And I'm going to try and share this. But watch this video. Share it. It contains quite a lot of key information. What is very clear for us all now is that we must go for separation. Because to remain in one Nigeria is to sign the death warrant of our communities as indigenous people. To remain in one Nigeria is to sign the death warrant for our communities, our indigenous people in that contraption. We must leave that contraption. It requires each and every one of us to work together as Middle Beltans, as Igbos, as Yorubas, and to some extent the Hausas, to break away from contraption Nigeria so we can all have our own independent governance in our own as people. 60 million in the UK. UK has 60 million. Let me show you again. UK has 60 million people. Look at this. So they don't come and say citizen AYC. 65 million people. Are you telling me? And conservatively in Yoruba land, there's 60 to 70 million people. We can have our own governance, and we must have our own governance. We can and must have our own governance. If UK is 65 million and they have their own governance, so can we. We must believe in that. I'm giving you the facts. You can see it on the screen. UK is 65 million. We are between 60 to 70 million in Yoruba land, equally the same in Igbo land, and equally the same number again in Middle Belt. Those three places, we can have our own governance. If it is okay for UK, then it is definitely okay for us. That is what we are saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to bring this to an end now. Just have a bit of a break. We'll be back later on with the Oduduwa TV radio. We'll have a special announcement to make on there. Please do join us. Nigeria is at war. Absolutely. So now, I just want to thank you all so much for joining me. I'll be doing more of the broadcast. Please, before you go, do me one favor. If you have not already subscribed to Citizen AY on YouTube, please go ahead and do so now. Go ahead and do so now. Go and subscribe to Citizen AY. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the notification button. That way, when we come live, you'll be able to get notification about the program going live. I will be doing it as much as we can. So, yeah. So, exactly. So much insecurity. Vivian Tiger, yes. So much insecurity. It is. I'm welcome on board. We're just wrapping up now. But yes, you just saw it on the video. The security, people are being killed on the trains. That nobody's safe. So we are bringing this attention to our attention to make people aware that we need to really separate from contraction Nigeria, because we are being oppressed and suppressed in our own land. And may one Nigeria never happen to any of us. May one Nigeria never happen to any or any of us and our families, because one Nigeria is effectively the death of Southerners. For as long as we say, if one Nigeria keeps happening to us, you saw the pictures. I'm just going to remind you, refresh your memory so that you don't forget. One Nigeria has resulted in the death of Farida. One Nigeria has resulted in the death of Dr. Chinole and those others. So I'm leaving this for you all to really look at and understand that it really is time for us to actually go for our own nations. Oduduwa nation, Biafra nation, Middle Belt nation, and the Hausas, if that's what they want as well. But we need to protect ourselves. We need to set up vigilante groups. We need to pass this message on. This is not a joke. We are at war already. It is an undeclared war. In the Abuja, the markets, they destroyed about 500 shops. There's fires every day going on in different places. It's time for us to wake up. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Once again, please, before I go, I hope you permit me. I urge you, please, go ahead now. If you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY on YouTube, please go ahead and do so now. Help us grow that platform. There's quite a few of us have done, Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Vivian. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much, my sister. Listen, thank you all. Talk soon. I might be back later on with more updates, and there'll be more things we'll be covering. But one thing, be rest assured, we must dismantle contraption Nigeria. We have to break it up. We have the right to go for self-determination. UK with 65 million people are standing on their own. Yoruba nation with 60 to 70 million people can stand on its own. Biafra nation with 60 to 70 million people can stand on their own. Middle Belt with 60 to 70 million people can stand on their own. And that is what we must go for. It is our right. And nobody must deny us that right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye. I'll be back later.